Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, I mean, look, they're suspicious. I mean, just look at fucking the LA County fucking people, right? Or just look at any union that literally, or any union that lost a bunch of members from certain right? Jobs or career paths. Because there's been a lot of companies that just been cutting people off. Redistributing assets, right? Laying people off. You fired. Right. Anyways, on to the next. I guess let's check out Clown World.
Damage to our democracy, but defying a unanimous 9-0 Supreme Court ruling, that has to be the final straw.
That has to be the final straw.
Clowns.
Black man spits on then stabs white mother to death at Chicago train station. Jesus fuck. What the fuck? This happened last week. I wonder why there's zero legacy media outrage about this. Well, look, there's a reason why. You know that thing I said yesterday? Yeah. Yeah. White people are amazing. I don't think that someone's race determines whether they are amazing or not. Everyone has the potential to be amazing regardless of their race. Black people are amazing. I completely agree. Black people are... Wait, no. Why the difference in response? Uh-oh. Oh yeah, Canada. Yeah, apparently Canada is being ruled by, do I say no? Do I say it? I don't think those guys are Canadian, by the way. Stop, don't come. Ireland, 2025, do not come. We are full, yeah. Such an Desi vlogs. If someone is corrupt and using their position to rob you, you fire them and immediately begin prosecution. You can't just, well, that was fast. You can't just fire them and expect them to live on unemployment.
We bear some responsibility for faith in the media being at such lows.
Oh, we missed a lot of the story. That suggests it wasn't intentional. Like missing a bus because you couldn't leave the orphanage until we found Timmy's cat.
No, Timmy.
But when someone, or maybe 60 million someones, are telling you that the bus is right there in front of you, and it's waiting for you, and you still don't get on, that's intentional.
We care deeply about accuracy and take seriously the heavy responsibility of being stewards of the public's trust.
What the fuck is wrong with your nails, brother?
Is the opposition. What we are not is the enemy of the people, and what we are not is the enemy of the state.
Credibility. It's the only currency that means anything on this kind of playing field.
Right. Not too many.
Yeah, whenever I hate to say it, but whenever I see someone paint their nails, I'm just like, is that a femboy? Fuck, I'm so sorry. Because it's just like, why are you painting your nails? You're goddamn dude. What is wrong with you?
Especially by a guy who looks like he ate Lionel Richie. But how does he prove
Not
he's
only
not the
that,
enemy?
but he's got the fucking shiny, fucking weird, like women do that shit. Come on.
Well, let's try this out. Did you tell us the truth, or did you lie for the last 4 years? Primarily about COVID, Biden, race, crime, the border. And you're not the enemy of the people when you lie like that? Yeah, and I don't have an ass harder than the dinner rolls at Bennigan's. Tyrus, I know. It's like, it was even hard to cover it from our perspective because it's so dead. It used to be something.
It's not. I get invited every year, and I'm dyslexic, so when they ask me to do RSVP, I always write FU. It's the dyslexia. It's what I mean. They didn't need a comedian because the whole thing's a joke. And you've got to be at the bottom of the pool when you're getting someone from the Jackson 5 to come out and speak on your behalf.
Oh, Jesus.
And I'd also like to say he's one of the bravest men I have ever seen. He's willing to have a jerry curl in a white suit. That is...
You didn't comment on his
soul
nails.
glow. But enough of the black on black crime for a minute. The fact that they're trying to give the lying son of a bitch who got up there from Axios any kind of flowers, we missed it. Yeah, that's like your wife saying.
Well, I mean,
honey,
there's
we
been a
just
lot
put
of
the
people
tip
who
in.
have been lying, right? Atlantic,
Okay.
the Atlantic,
You are.
About the restaurant bill.
Axios,
Yes.
right? A lot of journalist
else would I be
sites have been
talking about?
doing
Yeah, so I
fucking
just wanna make
shady
sure.
shit,
Just wanna
right?
make sure.
Legacy Media has been
Y'all know
doing
something I don't
shady
know what's
shit.
going on in my house?
Tips
You
included. The tips
motherfuckers.
included. I get
Thank
it.
you, Greg.
You guys are
And
shady.
emotional was a great
Shady,
call.
shady,
That's what I would have
shady.
went with. But they are,
Very
Eric Bischoff,
suspicious.
he did a lot of things in the wrestling world and entertainment world.
Very
He messaged me the other day and he
suspicious
said, Hey, man,
indeed.
we got to stop saying fake news with them because it's too light. President Trump is a joke now. When your kid tells a story, you go fake news.
Yeah,
They,
basically.
they were the propaganda machine of the extreme left. It's propaganda. And they were a willing conspirator.
Disinformation junkie for him.
So they all knew what they were doing. They profited from what they're doing. And now it's coming out. So everyone's trying to say, I guess if you say I was complacent, but I didn't really know.
Yeah, I mean,
is a better thing than saying,
right? Some of
"No,
these news
I was
media
wrong,"
outlets
because
were getting
none of you should be
right
allowed
funding
to
from
tell
the
anybody
fucking
anything.
government.
You shouldn't
'Cause
be allowed to be a
Biden.
journalist anymore. There should be
Biden.
trials. Congress likes to sit
Fucking
on
asshole.
steps for
Be
8
a
hours
fuck.
to pass the time. I got a few things you could do with the people who willingly acted on a coup of the people of the United States we had an unfit person, they knew he was unfit, and they
Yep.
all got together and they worked together to make money and get these crazy agendas across at the expense of the American people, fleecing our country
there's
of money.
Kevin O'Leary
Guys
right
have
there.
profited from it, and then you have the balls to come up there and talk about we might have missed it. I'm sorry, on behalf of the West, I will never go to some, but on behalf of America, you.
Yeah.
I mean, for sure. I mean,
These guys have been. This has been year after year, decade after decade. Right? Fuck these guys.
Let's hear from this screeching banshee at a town hall
No
imploring
crime.
Democrat Senator John Ossoff to remove
Why was
the
it
president.
Tigger?
Why are there no calls
Is it
for
because he
impeachment?
keeps stealing honey? and
This is
shit?
unacceptable. I will not live in an authoritative country, and neither will any of these people. You can do more. I like you, and I will vote for you if you are brave and you do what we need.
Karen.
Karen.
Impeached. We need him removed.
We need him removed. Sounds a little insurrection-y to me, lady. They want him removed. They don't care what for.
Hey, man. It's so cool, man.
When you buy
So
gas,
cool
you
that you're
support.
open about your mental illness.
Donald Trump
You're
has already
holding
done
about your
real
mental-
damage to our democracy. But defying a unanimous 9-0 Supreme Court ruling, that has to be the final straw. It's time we impeach Donald J. Trump. The court said the wrongfully deported Kilmer Garcia must be allowed to return and receive due
No,
process.
but it says he
Trump
can be
ignored
deported,
it.
and they will
Yes,
be.
he wants to impeach Donald Trump for not bringing back a gang bang.
And he did get deported. Not only that, but in two
out.
And two
gangbanger
judges,
who was in the
judge
country
cases, he got
illegally.
fucked
What
over.
a winning
I'm
issue
sorry.
for the
He's an
Democrats.
MS-13 member.
Yes, I'm sure Donald
Written in
Trump
stone,
is
or
terrified
written
of
on
this
paper.
latest sham impeachment plan, and just as terrified of this dude.
About the current issues, people are
Oh my
frustrated,
god, what
people
the
are
fuck is
angry,
this guy
people
doing?
are fearful about what's happening with the
People
country
are
in Washington,
fearful
DC,
about
the
Congressman
So I'm sure
Shiri
this latest impeachment move is
Hello,
going to work a
Karar.
treat. They must really be eager for
sorry.
President J.D. Vance. Guys, just wait 3.5 years and you'll get it.
These are all yours.
I go
Impeach
boom.
Eisenhower, impeach Nixon.
The same.
Party.
And you go to a local school.
Yeah.
Have you lived in this area all your life?
Yeah.
You're having problems at school. Can you just elaborate on the kind of problems that you're having?
Asian boys coming up to me and saying, I'm going to rape you. And
you're having problems.
When she means Asian folks, there's only one particular. Well, there's some ethnic background people that. Oh, damn it. Oh shit.
Problems at school. Can you just elaborate on the kind of problems that you're having?
Asian boys coming up to me and saying, I'm going to rape you. And if you don't go with me, I'm going to punch you in the face with a knuckle duster. And if you don't, give me a blow.
And this is happening at the school to several girls, is it? It's not an individual case?
No, it's happening to lots of girls.
Do you think the teachers and the
You
authorities
can see it
are aware
right
of
here.
this?
Yeah.
I mean, you probably aware
I hate
that
to
the
say
edge
it,
of the
but
city code-
in some Muslim, right, Arab cultures, they still view women as right objects, and you're seeing that. Well, I mean, let's be real. All right ethnic backgrounds do this in a sense. I mean, it's been ever since, right? Even the ancient times.
program focused on.
I mean, shit, you could probably even say during right, the Paleolithic era with the cavemen and shit. And probably had some shit happening like that too. Who knows?
Young girls like yourself who are being targeted by Asians to be groomed in this particular area. Do you think that was an accurate description of what is happening?
Yes.
Have you contacted the police regarding them threatening to rape you?
Yeah.
And what's the police response has been?
They said that they're going to look into it.
And that is it?
Yeah.
What's your teacher's response been?
The pupils are going to get excluded for 15 school.
You're gonna kick them out of school for 15 days? That's not a good idea. You know they're gonna be angry. And they're just gonna come back and then kind of do the same.
School days.
Okay.
Right, and that is it?
Yeah.
There's also the accusation that young Asian males are hanging outside schools in flash cars, basically intimidating young girls like yourself with threats. Is that the case?
Yeah.
And this is happening, what, once a week, twice a week?
Every day.
Every day?
Every day,
And
Jesus.
the authorities know it's happening, but they're not doing anything about it. And how do you feel when you're targeted by these people?
I feel intimidated by them and scared.
No men.
Not in this country.
Well, there you have it. Palette cleanser. After this horrible one, yeah. I mean, yeah. Just got some people do some fucked up shit. Alright, there you have it. Oh, that was fucked up. That dog did that shit. Oh yeah, like this one. I guess this probably go. I guess let's do this one since we saw that last one. Ah, gee. Ah.
The man accused of kidnapping a California preteen he met on the video game Roblox, breaking his silence from behind bars.
I should have been more careful.
27-year-old Matthew Naval says he was misled, stating a 10-year-old girl he met in a 17 and older voice chat room on Roblox told him she was 18.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to call cap on all of that. I mean, maybe the 10-year-old girl told him that she was actually 18 on the text-to-text communications on the game, right? Maybe
Roblox,
she did pretend to act like an adult. These things happen all the time as kids don't want to come off as immature or too young when communicating with other players online. But bro, as soon as you mic'd up and heard this little kid's voice over the internet, online comms, how the fuck did you not notice the voice of a 10-year-old little girl? And by the way, the story gets even worse because this weird-ass child predator decides to pull up to this 10-year-old little girl's house, and after quote-unquote thinking she was 18, she gave him her address. Watch what your kids want.
This is why you don't say too much information on the fucking internet. This is so sketchy, dude. Yeah.
Online, he pulled up to her house. She came out.
There's a reason why you fucking zip your lips about fucking certain information. Jesus fuck. So insane.
Side, and somehow this weirdo thought it would still be okay to pull off with her in his car after seeing her in real life.
They asked me if I wanted to, like, be more than friends. I was a little bit hesitant because of like age or whatnot, but I was pretty much.
This guy needs the fucking.
I'm disgusted, bro. I'm fucking like, I'm actually not trying to curse as much. I want to tone down the cursing, so I need to expand my vocabulary and articulate myself better. I am bewildered. I'm flabbergasted. I loathe people who act so oblivious when it comes to interactions like this. Like, my guy, you're on Roblox at the age of 27 years old.
Hey man, this just happens when you get fucking stunted human beings on the internet. Yeah, they do stupid shit. They do criminal level activities of shit.
With a platform that has a 99% population
yeah,
of kids.
Literally, they're all kids on that fucking platform, so why is he going on that platform when he's that age? And then starting to speak with people.
Like, let's be honest, bro. The majority of Roblox's population has to be under 14 years old. Like, let's be honest. And you really had the audacity to not only befriend somebody in the game, but actually say you thought they were 18, pull up to their house after they gave you their home address, saw them in real life. You still believed they were an adult? Like, can you not tell the fucking, here I am going cursing again, physical attributes between a 10-year-old girl and an 18-year-old woman? Like, can you not tell the See, again, I'm trying not to listen. I'm not buying it.
Hey man, this is the way life is sometimes. This is the black pill. There's some fucked up shit. People do some wild fucking shit. All right, people have some wild kinks. They got some wild shit in their head. And people are fucked up sometimes. Oh, god damn it.
Naval says he drove hours from his home south of Sacramento to Central California to pick
Look, humans can get fucking real depraved, okay?
up the girl. On April 13th, police found her with Naval in his car.
So when did you discover she was 10 years old?
Ooh. I would say... Because, I'm sorry, it like sickens me every time I hear that age. I think when I was questioned.
He didn't find out she was 10, right? When he pulled up to the house, he couldn't see that this was clearly a little child. A prepubescent child, by the way. Quote unquote preteen. Bitch, I thought they were gonna be talking about a 12-year-old. Turns out they actually were talking about a 10-year-old little girl, bro. Like, honestly, when I first saw this video, shout out to the person who sent it to me in the Discord, I almost thought it was a skit. But no, apparently, it was uploaded 2 days ago to NBC.
No. Yeah, no. I think it what was it? It happens in Minecraft too sometimes. Because for whatever reason these kids like to get real personal sometimes.
news, TikTok, and you have this
Jesus
weird ass
Christ.
freak right here acting completely oblivious
Some
as if he
kids
didn't
need
know
to
what the
fucking
fuck he
zip
was
their
doing.
lips.
Bro said,
When did you discover she was 10 years old?
And again, I don't know why Roblox has a function where you can talk to people like that. It's like, dude, what do you do?
I would say, because I'm sorry, it like sickens me every time I hear that age.
Does it? It
Uh-huh,
sickens
sure
you.
you do.
Yeah. Yeah. We live in a sick, very sick world, and I don't know what else to say. I
There's,
don't know how we
there's
solve
tons
these
of
issues
cases
without
like
literally
yours
clapping
too,
folks,
where
bro.
it's
Like
like,
taking them to the Undertaker,
that's a
man.
little
Like fucking
suspicious.
wiping them from the server,
Yeah.
terminating them from this plane of reality. And genuinely, I don't see
Yeah.
any remorse in this guy's face or eyes. He doesn't
Yeah,
look
a little
disgusted to me. He
suspicious,
just
you
looks
know.
like, damn, I
A
got
little
caught, bro. Like,
suspicious.
holy, I'm going away for a long time. Like, I don't think this guy really has any type of disgust or remorse about his actions. Like, it just baffles my mind how some people like this legitimately exist and we just allow them to roam the planet free and alive. Like, it's crazy.
Naval is facing 7 felony
Bro.
charges, including kidnapping and lewd
Bro,
acts
I mean,
with a
just
minor.
like the
He
recent
has
stuff
pleaded
with all
not guilty.
the illegal
just
immigrants coming in,
holding
and they got a
hands.
rap sheet full of this shit. It's like, god
She's
damn.
pretty much holding hands most of the time.
No sexual actions, no sexual conversations.
No, ma'am.
Yeah, so you were just holding hands with a 10-year-old girl.
No,
and
ma'am.
As for the 7 charges, lewd acts and whatever other material you captured with this 10-year-old girl, that has nothing. You didn't do any of that, right? Huh? No evidence to support that. And again, ladies and gentlemen, you can see the look in this man's eyes, bro. Like, and where are the parents, bro? Like, yeah, predators exist out here. They always will. You
Yes.
see, this is why I hate on
I
modern
had a,
parents. You guys suck. Not all of you, but a lot of you.
I don't
Dude,
know if I
look
should
at the
tell
way
this
your kids
story.
operate just
It's a little
freely
fucked up 'cause
online
it was,
in the world, open
it
and
was- it
vulnerable
looked
to
like a
predatory
young kid.
behavior like this. Like,
younger
genuinely,
than
what is
me.
wrong with you? Stop giving your kids unfettered access
like,
to the
wow,
internet.
that's
You think
pretty
just
fucked
because
up,
they're
you
playing a little
asshole.
video game
I mean, I
2,
didn't
3,
say
4
that to his
hours a
face,
day
but,
that
you
it
know,
doesn't
it's
open
like-
them to the possibility of predators contacting them? Like, bro, if you're a parent, do better. Limit access to 1 hour a day supervised, especially if they're under the age of 13. What's wrong with you, man? Then you have, people in the comments saying, what do you mean by being more careful? Like, I don't know, man. Somebody else said, so he pulled up and saw her and didn't realize she was 10. Like, seriously. Somebody said 27 and Roblox is wild. Like, bro, the only reason I can excuse you for being 27 and playing Roblox is if you have a little cousin, little, sister, little whatever in
And
your
this didn't
family
happen
members, and
at
you want to
Roblox.
kind of like
This
play with
happened-
them,
well,
on
to
some
me, it
familial
happened
type
at a
shit, or if you're a
fucking-
parent or whatever, or if you're a YouTuber and you're making money off of it, right?
arcade?
To entertain your child
No,
fan base.
where
But
was
even then, we already know the history between Minecraft YouTubers and Roblox YouTubers,
When did it happen? I
being
forgot when it
weirdos too.
happened.
Amanda
Anyways,
said
it was like an
he knew,
arcade.
obviously. Dominique said
And,
upon immediately
I was
seeing
with
her, he would
my
have known she was a child.
cousins
On top of
and
that,
their
a 10-year-old
kid.
still speaks and acts like a child. There's a 0 way he didn't know, obviously. Like, this guy is crazy,
But yeah,
man.
shit
KK
like
say,
this
I
happens,
should have
like,
been
on
more
the
careful.
daily.
He said, quote, yeah, man, killed. In a video game, this man's, I'm not advocating for anybody to die in this video. YouTube, please leave me alone. Drea Brielle said, him trying to manipulate everyone there into thinking he's a good guy. Bye. Kyra said, it sickens me when I hear that age, as he's literally smirking. Literally, he was. Jessica said, so he can't tell the difference between a 10-year-old and an 18-year-old.
Yeah,
God,
that's-
it's a crazy world we live in, man. Anita said, don't let my mom see this shit. Don't know what that means. Grand Rhino said,
What?
nah, bro. Obviously, no. KK said, it's a Roblox. He knows what he's doing. Facts.
Oh,
Tina
yeah,
Marie
definitely.
said she might have lied about her age, but when you went to her house and you saw her, you knew her age, then so why didn't you leave?
Yeah.
That is the big question.
Pretty
Why
much.
didn't you leave? And at the back of our minds, we all know why he didn't leave, bro. We know why. Why was he playing Roblox at 27, bro? I'm not saying you
That's
can't, but I'm
suspicious.
saying it's very
It's the right.
strange.
It's the same with some of the Minecrafters who, right? Some of those guy Minecrafters, like fucking above 20, and they're still fucking playing the same fucking game, doing the same fucking nonchalant bullshit. It's like, ew.
You have all kinds of shooters, Call of Duty, Minecraft, World of Warcraft, games that older people can play instead of some pixelated
still-
ass
I
fucking
still have
Nintendo
40-year-olds
3DS looking ass
pushing
fucking
too.
game named
And some
Roblox.
of them are, like,
Shout out to all the
playing
people who
with,
play Roblox, but I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying it's kind of weird.
lobbies.
And we all know why. It's kind of disgusting to say it, but bro, he wanted to prey on her, bro. That's as far as I'll say in this video. He wanted to prey on her, bro. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is the world we live in, unfortunately.
Yep. Swallow all the black pills. Yeah. Swallow the pills, damn it. Swallow the blue, swallow the red, swallow the black. Swallow them all. They're getting nervous over this? Which? Oh, well, actually. Let's go over the Justin Bieber one, because this one's yeah, Justin Bieber's getting fucked up too in the spotlight.
So yeah, looks like Justin Bieber's mental health is steadily declining while everybody in his inner circle is just standing by as if this is all perfectly normal.
Yeah, literally normal. As he fucking does a lot of drugs and then drinks a lot.
I mean, why is he over here just standing over here like the Hunchback of Notre Dame? I mean, you
Yeah,
can see the
it's
guy in the back just
I'm
looking
pretty
at him
sure
like,
he's high.
bro, is he okay? I mean, in my
No,
last
he's
video about
high.
Justin Bieber, you know, I talked about his mental health and how it looked like he was just strung out on drugs and he looks like he
No,
hasn't
yeah,
slept
no,
in
he's
days,
on
but
drugs.
now it looks like it's even worse. Like, bro is just
Yeah,
literally
no, the way
over
he's
here in the middle of
acting
a
and shit like
Coachella
that.
crowd, strung out, looking skinny
he's
as hell, dehydrated,
smoking
ashy, and
sometimes.
unmoisturized. I mean, poor guy, can somebody please
He's
help this
drinking
man?
sometimes too.
Like, who is that over here, bro? Is that one of his drug buddies just like telling him to get ready for his next hit? Like, this is honestly sad. Here we have a different angle of Justin strung out on stage, bobbing his head to one of his old songs from 2015.
Yeah, it's just, is he smoking? Oh yeah.
I just fail to see how nobody in his inner circle
I think
can
he's just,
see this
he's
is a
either
cry for help.
smoking
I
weed
mean, I
or
honestly
he's
can't tell
smoking
the last time I saw a mentally healthy
weed
Justin
and,
Bieber pop out and just look normal. You know,
tobacco.
people in the comments are even saying like, why is he hunched like that? Followed up by a picture from the video saying, he looks possessed, crying emoji, and genuinely he does look high as hell right here. This is like the
Or it could
number
be a
one
cigarette, I
known
don't know.
international drug addict pose right here. This is how most strung out addicts stand on
Yeah,
the side of a
literally.
corner, waiting for their next hit. And it's just genuinely sad to see Justin Bieber, one of the most prolific artists of modern times, having such
Well, I
an
mean,
embarrassing,
I think it has
shameful
to do with
downfall.
all the
And for
Diddy
those of you who
stuff
think
that
I'm
happened,
exaggerating, I mean,
right?
literally
He's-
use your
I think
eyes. Tell me this looks like
everyone's
the
been-
look and state of a
well, some
mentally
people have been
healthy young
pressuring him,
man such
I
as
guess.
young Justin Bieber. I mean, guys, let's just be honest here. This man is clearly spaced out. He's clearly
Dude,
not
this
here. I
looks
mean,
so
just look
fucking
at
bad.
the screen. Look with your eyes. I mean, he's at a party, he's zooted, he's high. He can't go anywhere without drinking or smoking or popping pills. I mean, but to be fair, he's at Coachella. He's trying to have a good
This is
time.
the
But if I'm high and I'm
pravity
zooted,
of,
I'm going to be
the-
smiling. I'm going to be giggling.
the-
But to me, Justin
star
just does not
lifestyle.
seem to be here. He doesn't even seem to be aware of the performance. He's not paying attention. He just looks like he's putting on an act, a performance in order to act like he's okay when he's not. Genuinely, bro does not look engaged with the people he's around. He doesn't look happy. You could see the look on his face like, he's tired. Exhausted. You know, someone in the comment section even said, Justin is crashing out like Aaron Carter did. Everyone needs to pray for this young man. They say in another lifetime, he's just a small town Canadian boy who marries his high school sweetheart. He has 2 kids, a dog, and picket fence. Works a simple job and takes a family vacation once a year. I don't know about all that. That seems kind of parasocial, but I understand. Someone said no because I don't like this. Is he okay? Somebody save him. I mean,
Yeah,
bro.
and the weird thing is, right? I'm pretty sure he has a. I'm pretty sure Justin Bieber has a kid, right? I can't remember. Yeah, he has one. Yeah, he has a kid too, and he has a. Good. He's doing this kind of shit.
Yeah, man. I'm well aware of the dance moves of the typical crackhead, bro. That right there, what Justin Bieber was channeling, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That right there, bro? Nah, son. Especially with the fact that he doesn't have a shirt on. He has the khaki pants on with the brown belt, bro. Skinny as hell, bro.
I mean, yeah, just living every stereotype you could.
Like, when's the last time he sipped water? He's always got a blunt in his hand or something smoking. I don't know, bro. Like, this does not look like the sustainable lifestyle for a young man who just had a baby with his, I guess, still wife. I don't know if they're still getting divorced or not, but, you know, even in, what is this? What language is this? Somebody said Justin Bieber consume fentanilo. Holy, nah, bro. I don't think he's smoking fen, but, hey.
No, that was like a blunt. Yeah, he looks. I think he's smoking like weed.
Again, bro, with the
but it's hard to
out,
tell.
Cracked out, methed up head.
Yeah, it's like,
we all already
yeah,
know.
he might be smoking crack. Okay, I don't know. Meth. Fucking.
All these celebrities have access to all these different types
we're
of
only
drugs.
getting,
I don't know
right,
what
we're only
this man
getting
is
those
smoking,
images of
drinking,
him smoking,
popping. But
right,
genuinely, I really hope this man isn't strung out or addicted to any hardcore drugs, because we've seen it happen time and time again. Who was the other Nickelodeon TV show actor? Aaron Carter. Did he die? I believe he did. Yep, it was Aaron Carter. He died about 3 years ago, strung out. He drowned in his own bathtub after ODing on Xanax,
Carter,
bro. And that is genuinely who young Justin Bieber right now is reminding me of, Aaron Carter.
I mean, look, you don't want to have, right? You don't want to have like another what's his face? Luke Perry or something?
Yeah, it's clear as day to me that
who
this
OD'd
is not healthy for Justin
on
Bieber, and I don't know who can
ketamine?
save him. His wife can't. I don't think his mom, his pops can. I don't think whoever these bozos are, listen, let me not call them bozos.
I don't
they
know.
could be really good people that he's hanging
Yeah,
out
whoever
with.
is
I doubt it,
like,
but
yeah,
I don't
this
know
is
them.
not
I'm
a
not
good-
going to judge their
this is not a
character.
good
However,
place for
listen,
him to
man,
do
for a
all
guy
that,
who's
right?
addicted
Especially
to
in
all
his
types of narcotics, if I'm his
space
friend,
and,
I'm cool
like,
with him. I'm really
what's
not
been
going to be
happening
trying
in the
to
background
just
and
like
shit.
egg him on
Probably
even
not a
more.
good idea to
Again,
do
let me
that
make it
shit
known,
right
I
now.
don't pop pills. I don't do Xannies. I don't pop perks. I don't drink promethazine, codeine. Had my brief experiences with nicotine, and that shit is crazy. Like, I can see why people get addicted to nicotine. So I can only imagine how those
Cigarettes
hardcore
after
drugs can really
sex
impact your system. Man.
Cigarettes
So
after
hopefully he's only,
cigarettes.
smoking green. Hopefully
he was
he's leaving
smoking
at
2
that. Maybe
blunts
a
right
nicotine
there.
wrap. Leave it at that. Of which I believe he may be dabbling in is crazy. Somebody said, I don't understand why nobody do something about that. Where's his family? His family can't control. This kid is worth what? Hundreds, at least 300 million. What can his parents realistically do? He's a grown ass man, bro.
Yeah,
He's like
and
30,
he's a-
31,
yeah,
bro. Like
exactly.
legitimately set for the rest of his life. What
Look,
can his parents?
When people are this, I hate to say it, but people have only themselves to blame when they get this fucking low, right? Like, these people have to be willing to break out of this fucking cycle themselves. You can't force, right? You can't force, I mean, well, you can try. Might upset them, but yeah.
Realistically do. Anyway, though, guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Listen, man, I used to,
break them out of
you know, when I
this.
was a kid, I used to be annoyed at Justin Bieber.
Especially when he has
'cause
a
all the
family,
girls used
too.
Bro, all the girls used to talk about him all the time, but now in our older, you know, ages, older part of our lives, I feel sorry for the guy, man. He makes good music. He's a talented guy. Bro, I saw this clip the other day about Justin Bieber, you know, kind of being the conductor for an orchestra. This clip right here, bro, it really solidified in my head that this guy really is a true artist, man. Sorry for the tangent, but
Yeah, that's great. Stay there. And just find that pocket.
and guys, keep in mind, he was kind of like telling them what to do, like creating this in real time, this tune melody he had in his head and vocalizing it through his own vocal cords and then instructing them essentially like a conductor would on what to do. It was simply amazing.
Find that pocket, guys. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, look, the reason why these musicians are so good is because they know how to pick up rhythms real fast, right? As you can see, by just him doing this real quick, they were able to pick up on just a real easy rhythm to just keep going. Right, now you have this one segment, right, and then you can now expand on it more. You already have what you wanted there. And then you'll probably
now the clip is like 4 minutes long, but shit, bro. At the end of this video, bro, like holy.
Yeah, and this is just for a part of a song, right? For a segment of a song, right?
Dig in.
Yeah, and then the fade into softer, and then the harder, yeah. And then they're gonna probably ramp it up next. Oh, solo. Yeah, see, this, and this is how music is made, right? It's by literally having a team of people, right, jam out.
Honestly, listen guys, you're not into the real-time creation of music, sounds, vibration, and the coalescence of all these melodies coming together to create what essentially is an orchestra. Everybody playing their part, and the fact that I saw Justin Bieber doing this in real time, doing this shit live, bro, it was fucking fantastic, I swear. It was something to see. So in my opinion, you know, when you have an artistic mind like Justin's and many other artists out there who have the means to create great products and sounds like this, these are the environments that they need to remain in. They don't need to be around people who are gonna fuel their addictions and their bad habits and make them relapse into a path of which they don't need to be going down. So honestly, I just wish the best of luck to Justin, you know, as a fellow creative, a fellow artist myself, who I love music, loved music since I was a kid. I'm a singer, not a professional writer, but I do love the coalescence of sounds and vibrations and melodies and hooks and verses and choruses, all that come together in harmony to create audible emotion, frequencies that resonate with individuals on a
and every
level,
time,
right?
and every time they get it down,
that,
they're obviously writing in their notebooks to
articulate it sometimes. So
what notes
honestly,
they're playing.
let me know your thoughts and opinions down below about this. I just feel like if he stays on this, he's gonna eventually crash out in one way or another, and I don't want to see that for this guy. But yeah, hope you guys all enjoyed. Hope you found this informative, and until next time, everybody.
Is that a salad? He's eating a salad. What is he? Oh yeah, that's what musically talented people can do. Anyways, next. What do we got here? Trump Secretary of Schools, NBC hosts crying over ICE deporting anchor
without
babies.
separating families? Is there a way to carry out mass deportation without separating families? Is there a way to carry out mass deportation without separating families?
Of course there is. Families can be deported together.
Let me ask you about another group of people, the estimated 4 million families in America who have mixed immigration status. So I'm talking about parents who might be here illegally, but the kids are here legally. Your borders are
You're talking about separation?
Yeah, well, I mean, there are two aspects to this. Your borders are, Tom Homan said, they can be deported together.
Correct.
Is that the plan?
Well, that way you keep well, I don't want to be breaking up families, so the only way you don't break up the family is you keep them together, and you have to send them all back.
Several months later.
New controversy tonight over the president's deportation actions.
Right, the Trump administration is defending sending a 2-year-old U.S. citizen to Honduras amid concerns from a federal judge and an order.
Okay, first of all, you say that, but who's going to take care of that kid? And how did they come here in the first place? So it's kind of like a what? Obviously, are you gonna somehow push this kid onto a family, right? Are you gonna now put this kid up for adoption, right? Like, what are we doing here? Is this kid going into childcare? What is going on here?
Issued Friday, U.S. District Judge Terry Doty scheduled a hearing next month in the case, saying he had a, quote, strong suspicion the government just deported a U.S. citizen with no meaningful process. A spokesperson for the Department of Homeland Security said the mother of the toddler made the decision to keep her and her 11-year-old sister in her custody during her deportation, despite pleas from her father to keep the children. This as protests broke out in Milwaukee following the arrest of a Wisconsin judge for allegedly obstructing an immigration arrest on Friday. U.S. officials allege County Circuit Judge Hannah Dugan tried to help a Mexican national evade ICE by allowing him to exit her court through a jury door last week. Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers, in a statement, accused the Trump administration of, quote, threatening to impeach or remove judges who do not rule in their favor.
Literally doing criminal action. It's like, Jesus, fuck, you're a judge and you're doing that? You know that's against the law.
Boy, I got you guys. I think that it is over for Obrego Garcia, right? Because Democrats have found new toys.
It's like that one woman from the UN courts or whatever who was caught with who was caught doing slavery because it was one of her she brought one of these family members that she helped out a lot, and she turned her into a basically indentured servant. All right, it's like, geez, fuck.
That they would rather play with, right, than the illegal immigrant gang member that is currently in El Salvador, right, in his home country. He was deported there, rightfully so, and Democrats spent the last 3 to 4 weeks boohoo-whining and crying for him to come back, okay? Even going to El Salvador to try to kidnap him.
Apparently those senators they keep going back and forth trying to fucking get that guy back, but it's just like, dude,
country. That's crazy to me, right?
Are you guys doing this on taxpayers' money? Like, what the fuck?
But they're done with Obrego Garcia because now they have a new toy, right? Some new toys that they can play with, right? They have the woke.
Yeah, I wonder, did they give up finally?
That was
no, they got some new cases. Because it's like, I don't think you guys are gonna get it.
Obstructing
Obrego
justice,
Garcia.
okay? She was rightfully arrested. It's such a solid case that even the mainstream liberal media, they are admitting that, yes, the case is solid, but, you know, hey, we feel like we have to be opposed to President Trump no matter what, which means that the judge was right? She was right to try to smuggle out illegal immigrants to help them evade ICE because Trump is Hitler, right? That's essentially the argument that they're making, okay? So, again,
yes,
Democrats
Trump
are
is
just
Hitler, so
desperate
therefore
to
we must do
grasp
this.
and to latch on to any story that they can to boohoo, whine, and cry about President Trump doing exactly what the American people want. And we have another story that the Democrats in the liberal media, they're going to boohoo, whine, and cry about, right? Because now the narrative is that President Trump is deporting U.S. citizens, except the liberal media does not explain that these are likely anchor babies, right? Which means that these are babies of illegal immigrants who came into the country probably with the intentions of trying to have a baby so that they could not be deported, right? So that they could stay here forever. And President Trump and Tom Homan made it clear basically before the president even got into office and when he first got into office that, that's not going to slide, right? We're not going to allow that to happen, okay? And now you have people that are boohoo, whining, and crying. The media, they're boohoo, whining, and crying about President Trump and Tom Homan doing exactly what they promised they were going to do when it comes to keeping families together.
3 U.S. citizen children have been deported with their mothers. Now, this is according to the Washington Post. The family's lawyer says one of them is a 4-year-old with stage 4 cancer, deported without medication or ability to contact doctors. The family's lawyers are also saying their clients were denied communication with family and legal representatives before being deported. And it's raising concerns about the issue of due process, that it's being violated. So let me ask you, is everyone on U.S. soil, citizens and non-citizens, entitled to due process?
Yes, of course. But let me tell you, it looks an immigration standing, the laws are very specific. If you're in this country unlawfully, you have no right to be here and you must be removed. That's what the law says. Somehow over the last 20 years, we've completely lost this notion that somehow or completely adopted this idea that, yes, we have immigration laws, but once you come into our country illegally, it triggers all kinds of rights that can keep you here indefinitely. That's why we were being flooded at the border. And we've ended that, and that's why you don't you see a historically low number of people not just trying to cross our border, trying to cross the border into Panama, all the way down in the Darien Gap. I mean, it's been a huge help for those countries as well. On the headline, that's a misleading headline. Okay, 3 U.S. citizens, ages 4, 7, and 2, were not deported.
I bet if I look up, if I asked AI, yo, what are some places that are right? Some easy points of entries for illegal immigrants to enter, right, the United States. It'll probably pull up some fucking points, alright.
Deported. Their mothers who are legally in this country were deported. The children went with their mothers. If those children are U.S. citizens, they can come back into the United States if there's their father or someone here who wants to assume them. But ultimately, who was deported was their mothers who were here illegally. The children just went with their mothers. But it wasn't like, you guys make it sound like ICE agents kicked down the door and grabbed the 2-year-old and threw him on an airplane. That's misleading.
Yeah.
That's just not true.
Just to be clear, because I do want to get to the overhaul at the State Department, is it the U.S. policy to deport children, even U.S. citizens, with their families? And I hear what you're saying, without
even
due
U.S.
process.
citizens? Wait, what? Oh.
Just to be very clear there.
Well, no. Again, if someone's in this country unlawfully, illegally, that person gets deported. If that person is with a 2-year-old child or has a 2-year-old child and says, I want to take my child with me, well, then you have 2 choices. You can say, yes, of course you can take your child, whether they're a citizen or not, because it's your child. Or you can say, yes, you can go, but your child must stay behind. And then your headlines would read, U.S. holding hostage 2-year-old, 4-year-old, 7-year-old while mother deported.
Yesterday,
so the parents make that choice. I imagine those 3 U.S. citizen children have fathers here in the United States.
I mean, it's true though, right? As soon as one of those instances happen, the media is gonna be like, "Yo, you're holding this person hostage," right? It's gonna be like the Obama cages, right?
Yeah.
They can stay with their father. That's up to their family to decide where the children go. Children go with their parents. Parents decide where their children go.
Right.
The U.S. deported their mothers who were illegally in America.
Mr. Secretary.
Facts. Again, this is so funny to me. It's damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah,
okay?
it's like you're not winning with these people.
Who will be up in arms, boo-hoo, whining, and crying.
Yeah.
We've seen this. We saw
It's
them,
like,
right?
yeah,
Boo-hoo,
these
whining,
people
crying
will,
at the border.
no
during
matter
President Trump's
what
first
you do,
administration.
they will
AOC
always
and
cry.
The rest of the lunatics, right? You're separating families. You can't do
So it's
that.
like you either do the right thing
families, right?
and just
These are
say
the same
fuck
people
off,
who are now going to be
or you
boo-hoo, whining, crying
capitulate to
about
these
President Trump
retards, right?
going out of his way to not separate families, right? To not separate a child or children from their mothers. The mothers were lawfully deported, okay? They had deportation orders, and they wanted their children to go with them. So are we supposed to keep the child here and deport the mother? Because if we do that, then the left, they'll be boo-hoo, whining, and crying about family separation and say, oh, you can't separate families. So what Democrats want, right? This is what they want. This is the only logical conclusion, okay? Because, again, they complain when they deport the anchor baby and the parents, right? When they send them back to where they're from, they complain about that, wrong, okay, according to the left. It's also wrong when you keep the baby here and you say, okay, well, they can stay because they're a citizen, and then you send the mother back to the country that she's from. They say, oh, well, that's also wrong because you can't separate families. So the only logical solution, okay, that I can think of that the left wants is for the mother and the baby to stay, right? Which in and of itself would
I mean, yeah, if you allowed them to stay, now you're breaking your own fucking your own immigration laws and shit like that. It's like, dude, what are you doing? Why are you breaking laws? Fucking stop it. You know we can't do this shit anymore. You know how many fucking issues we have in the fucking United States because we keep allowing illegal immigrants to keep running all over fucking people? I know, it's not good.
a loophole.
How much money has fucking gone in, right? How much money has gone into these motherfuckers for free?
Right? A lot of illegals will understand, okay, if I can just get to America.
And some of these people are
pregnant,
killing
right? If I could just
other
have
Americans.
Have a kid in the United States of America, then
you guys are out of your fucking
I'm
mind.
good to go, right? Which is why we should end birthright citizenship, right? It shouldn't even be a thing, to be honest with you, okay? We should just allow people to come over to this country and to have kids, and then all of a sudden, the child's an American citizen, and the mother can stay or the parent can stay or whatever. And it's like, nah, that's not how this should work. Okay, that's not how it should work at all. Even though in this situation involving the woman that was deported back to Honduras, it is unclear whether or not the father is an American citizen because presumably he is. But when asked to verify his identity, he was very hesitant to submit the documents and to meet with ICE agents to discuss keeping his daughter here in the United States of America or taking custody over his alleged daughter. So
let me guess, maybe his documents are a little bit shady, possibly. Because there have been instances of where, right, some of these people have been pushed in and their documents are kind of fucked up because of the last presidency, right? Because of Biden and whatever, right, some of these people have been doing. We don't know what the fuck. They're just pushing people through like fucking madmen.
So, I mean, the father is sketchy, right? And that's part of the reason why the mother was deported with the daughter. Well, the reason why is because the father failed to prove his identity and that he was who he claimed that he was. And because of that, the mother, again, who had custody of the child, hey, we had to go ahead and deport him, right? It is what it is.
Rules are rules.
Okay, now the child can come back.
Don't play the game correctly, get the fuck out.
Okay, he could go to Honduras and go and bring his kid back, right? That's what he can do. Or the kid can come in when they're an adult, right? They can come back into the country, right? But as of right now, we're not separating any families, okay? So if you are an illegal immigrant and you come over here and you think that you're going to stay because you have a kid or whatever in the United States of America, no, that's not how it's going to work. You're not going to be immune from deportation because you come over here and have kids. No, you're going to be deported. If you want to keep the kid, fine, because we're not in
I mean, it was like that one, right? It was like that, what was it? Was it last week? Where it was coming, you had those people coming in from the north border from Canada land? And there was this one couple who with the fucking bitch was pregnant coming down. It's like, god damn it, you
business of separating families, but again, it's not
fucking shady
going to
game.
Help you stay, right? It's not going to help you stay. Okay, that's a loophole that Democrats allowed, and we're closing that loophole.
Literally
they
trying to get
whine
through
and
by
cry
loopholes
about it. Oh, due process, this, all that. Man, again, where was the due process in the rule of law when Biden was letting all these illegals into the country? Where were these people boohoo, whining, and crying? Where were the judges trying to stop Biden from allowing our border to be invaded by these illegal immigrants in the first place, right? Again, it's just funny how that works. When you try to actually enforce the law, now all of a sudden that's a problem, right? These judges want to try to jump in and they want to play hero. They want to play save an illegal. That's what they want to do. But they didn't give a damn
they got the what the hero the savior complex going on, right? Because this might net them the votes they need for the upcoming midterms.
Of law, about the Constitution, about due process when Biden was flooding the country with illegal immigrants. So yes, things like this are going to happen. And I'm not falling for these sad sob stories. I'm just not going to. Okay? You're not going to get me to think with my emotions. No, I'm going to think with my brain. I understand ultimately end of the day, okay, cool.
Yeah.
The child and the mother, the parents, they want to be together.
Yeah, if you're gonna do some weird emotional arguments, yeah, no, I'm not playing into that game. I mean, if you want to play that game, I can play that game too. Because I'm just gonna hit you with harder ones. I'm gonna hit you with some fucked up ones. Where it's like, yeah, the government fucked up here and did it on purpose too. Yeah. You got other people here who are lying about doing fucking criminal activity all over the fucking internet too.
Fine, but the parents here illegally, they gotta go, and we're not trying to separate families, so we gotta deport them all together, and the kid can come back, just with a vetted guardian
forgeries,
that is a U.S. citizen, or they can come back when they're an adult, and that's it.
Steal shit from people.
And if Democrats are so upset about it, then they can go to Honduras and boo-hoo and cry too. Right?
Bankman-Fried.
They went to El Salvador. But I think going to Honduras
levels of shit
is going to be a lot more
sometimes,
dangerous than going to El
or
Salvador.
smaller
Right? So you're not
scale
going to
stuff
see
like that.
too many Democrats going to Honduras. But if they do want to go to
You got
Honduras,
people
they
trying
think
to
this is a good
dox each
political
other.
move to go to Honduras. Hey, sign up. Be my guest, Democrats. Please take that trip.
Literally have people fucking fighting over food in restaurants and stabbing people.
In fact, I will support any efforts to get Democrats to fly to Honduras to try to grandstand over an anchor baby. Okay, I think that if Democrats want to take that trip to Honduras, a dangerous country like Honduras.
I mean, people have already seen what happened with fucking Abrego Garcia, right? Fucking everyone was like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? And then, right, you have more senators who kept going, like, no, we have to bring him back. We have to bring him back. No, shut the fuck up.
Hey, be my guest, right? Be my guest.
He's not even a citizen of the fucking United States. Get the fuck out of here. Motherfucker broke in.
Who knows? These people are so insane, they might do it, right? They might go to Honduras and try to rescue the anchor baby and bring her back here to the United States of America. That's what they're going to be doing now, right? That's what they're going to be doing. They're going to be saving the anchor babies.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, and then, so what happens when they save that baby, right? That baby can't even vote. Like, who's going to pay for that child? Who's going to raise that child? Like, I feel like these people don't think about that, right? Their next steps if they do that action. It's just like, that there's no one who's going to be willing to take care of that fucking child when you try and when you anchor them there. And then it's like, sorry, you're getting deported together. Get the fuck out.
Probably a year or two ago, I would have thought that, oh, that's insane, right? That would never happen. You would never.
Yeah, we're not giving more free shit to illegal people or to people who aren't even going to be entering into the workforce to give back to the society, right? To pay taxes. Because if you're not paying taxes, you're literally fucking the whole goddamn government and country. Well, I mean, it would be state to state, but still. I mean, at the end of the day, some of this money does go to the feds. So if you're not fucking doing that, you're doing some shady.
This is definitely something that the Democrat Party, the modern day Democrat Party,
if you do not allow for the government to get its taxes, its due, because you're operating within their in their borders. Hey, man, they have full reign to fuck you up.
I wouldn't be surprised if they actually try to do that, right? Maybe I'm giving them too many ideas here. I don't know. I'm just saying that I just wouldn't be surprised to see.
Yeah, there's a reason why governments have
again,
IRS, right?
They're desperately looking for one. But
Internal Revenue Services for every country.
Peace.
They're fucking keeping an eye on their goddamn money. You know that, right? All right, let's see what's going on now. Since we got deportation shit going on, let's see what ICE raids here. Oh!
New tonight, immigration.
Damn, we got that fucking pickaxe.
New tonight, Immigration and Customs Enforcement announces it's detained more than 200
got the chain.
Country.
Getting. Oh man, we don't have that many resources. Oh well, we got the chains now.
Illegally last week in our area.
So ICE teams are stepping up their game, tracking down criminals all across the Northeast. Recently arresting over 200 people living illegally in and around New York City in shock raids of homes and apartments. But while this is going on, efforts are underway to stop the Trump administration from deporting anyone. Even
I think
though
there have been like
some
warehouses that have been hit.
track records and put everyone around them in danger.
More than half have significant criminal convictions or are facing charges for crimes like assault.
This building on DeKalb Avenue in the Bronx is where law enforcement sources say a 22-year-old member of the Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua was picked up by Immigration
Colorado
and
now?
Customs Enforcement agents last week. She is one of 206 people arrested across the New York City area in an operation that the acting ICE director says
this is New
targeted
York.
the most
Tren
dangerous
de
alien
Aragua
offenders in some of
in
the
New
most
York.
crime-infested neighborhoods.
More protests against
Goddamn
the administration.
Yankees.
New Yorkers gathering this afternoon to make their voices heard loud and clear.
I'm not saying you can't get rid of anybody, yes, but maybe start at the top.
People are scared to go to church. People are scared to go to work. People are scared to take their kids to school.
I don't know why we want to romanticize.
I don't know why the
dangerous
kids
gangs. And we're going to do everything possible to remove these dangerous gangs off our streets.
121 of the 206 apprehended had significant criminal convictions.
So ICE just arrested over 200 people illegally living in New York, including gang members. But what nobody's talking about is that while America is happy about this, progressive activists in cities like New York are very upset about it, and they're doing everything they can to make sure it stops happening. Because for some reason, they don't think these gang members are actually criminals. Instead, they think the only criminal is the one who recently moved from Trump Tower to the White House with the promise to rid America of dangerous individuals by any means necessary. And Trump's doing it not only by raiding homes and apartments in sanctuary cities, but also by locking down the southern border like never before. Deploying U.S. military troops in armored vehicles and helicopters on the front lines of America's battle with illegal immigration to track down and capture anyone attempting to enter the country without permission, something which has been a big deterrent, stopping people from entering our country who shouldn't be here in the first place. But that brings us to the real reason these ICE raids that just took place in New York City and in Boston and in Virginia have so-called advocates so upset. They reveal that an open border anyone can cross is a bad idea because it allows criminals intent on harming Americans and legal U.S. residents a path to do so. And once they're inside the country, they engage in illegal behavior like this.
Police say Abrego Garcia was driving from Houston to Maryland with 8 other people in the car, but there was no luggage in the car, and that led police to suspect this was a human trafficking incident. The year before, Abrego Garcia's wife, Jennifer, had filed for a temporary protective order against him.
So that guy right there, he is the poster child for this entire war on illegal immigration. The Trump administration says he's a gang member. He was sent to El Salvador's mega prison, but politicians and, again, activists in this country are desperate to get him back in America for some reason. And apparently his wife confirmed he's one of the people in this clip right here being moved into that state-of-the-art prison facility designed for gang members. And even though this guy was in the U.S. illegally and is covered in MS-13 tattoos and was arrested with other confirmed members of MS-13, there are people out there who prefer to refer to him as a Maryland father instead of a criminal gang member. And as you're about to see, this is not an isolated incident because there are some people in America who think that every single gang member here who ICE takes down is innocent.
Yeah, that's a weird one too. Yeah, every time it's a gang member, they're just like, no, he's innocent. He didn't do anything wrong. He's not a gang member. No, it's you. You're the criminal for taking him off the streets. It's like, what? Excuse me?
Garcia, who arrived illegally from El Salvador in 2011 and was arrested in 2019.
Why are we just allowing criminal activity? I'm sorry, what?
If he's guilty of any of the, I don't even know if any of the 300
get him the
are guilty.
fuck out.
Some of them.
Look, I don't want to have that. Where was it? I can't remember if it was New York or fucking California. It was in one of the blue states. But there was that, right, like a lot of these guys are fucking getting out of, have like over like 63 interactions with police and they keep getting out. Mentally unstable, fucking with people, getting bike locks and fucking smashing people's skulls in with it.
Might be.
Come on, guys.
So here we
let's
have
be
a
real.
protest
And then
in
you
Midtown
got
Manhattan,
literal
and the protesters,
like 12
they don't think
12
anybody
to
that ICE has
17-year-olds
taken
getting
down is
knives
actually
and
guilty of
stabbing
anything,
people
and
and
they
shit. It's like,
really think ICE is out there arresting
what's
people,
going
sweeping them
on,
off the
yo?
streets, and it's
Hey,
all by
yo,
accident.
hello?
And this is supported by their belief that America has spiraled into some sort of dictatorship because a president elected specifically on his promise to remove criminals from our country who are already here without permission has somehow usurped democracy and is going against the will of the people, taking away everyone's rights, even though reality tells a different story.
This building on DeKalb Avenue in the Bronx is where law enforcement sources say a 22-year-old member of the Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua was picked up by Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents last week. She is one of 206 people arrested across the New York City area in an operation that the acting ICE director says targeted the most dangerous alien offenders in some of the most crime-infested neighborhoods.
So in New York City, ICE raided an apartment building where well-known gang members were residing while they committed crimes throughout the city. But I guess this building in the Bronx isn't a place any of the people attending protests in Midtown have ever been.
I bet it's not just Tren de Aragua that are obviously in these fucking, just like Colorado and New York now. There's probably other fucking gang members who are obviously in these fucking apartments that aren't, right, a part of Tren de Aragua.
I mean, themselves.
Right,
Here is a
right, each gang will try to basically take a territory of, right, the state for them, right, a pocket, a district, a city, a town, right, because that they can only operate that much, right, or a neighborhood, for that matter.
Photo of the woman that was arrested. She's a gang member. One of the neighbors says people like this have no moral compass.
I mean, look,
if she needed money or knew
you
there
could
was
get a
an
neighborhood full of criminals if you just allow them to just,
breaking in and stealing from that
building
person.
up
These
their
are people who
empire
put
there,
everyone around them in
right?
danger. They need to be in jail. On top of that, these criminals, they're traffickers and human exploiters. They're in charge of the crime waves taking over areas of town protesters can't even find on a map,
Stealing
like Roosevelt
shit,
Avenue
right.
in Queens, where outdoor theft markets line the streets full of stolen
Probably
goods,
putting
being
hits out
sold
on
by
people,
who
in
might
a
not
sense,
necessarily want to
marking
spend
people's
12
houses
hours a
to get
day
stolen
kneeling on
from,
the
right, stuff
sidewalk.
like
Yet
that.
New York City's protesters...
Oh yeah, people forget. Yeah, these gang people, right? Criminals mark houses and shit. You should pay attention to see if you have any marks on your house. Just saying.
class has bought the
Sometimes
lie
it
that
happens.
these individuals haven't done anything wrong, even if they've started all of this out
it's
by
very
coming
subtle,
into the country
though.
illegally and then doing
even
more
with
illegal
the
things
cameras,
once
right?
they're here.
People
I don't
in
know why we want
California
to
have been
romanticize what
spawning
dangerous
cameras
gangs are.
around
They're
their
dangerous
fucking,
gangs, and we're going to do
neighborhood.
everything possible to collaborate
their,
with federal officials
house.
to remove these dangerous gangs off our streets.
ICE says with federal partners
Pointing
like
in
the
their
FBI and the
direction,
U.S. Marshals,
right, trying to get some
121
kind of
of the
information, it
206
looks like.
apprehended had significant criminal convictions. The NYC acting field office director says the majority have criminal histories.
Some smart criminals.
You know something, Mayor Adams
be
is right,
careful.
but he's probably going to lose his campaign for re-election because he's saying stuff like this. He says he's going to cooperate with the enemy of these protesters, which is ICE. And when you look at these crowds of protesters, you see people who've been brainwashed by mainstream news and do not think for themselves. But sadly, in New York...
Basically, every time you go to one of these, one of these strikes, or, one of these events where you get, people are picketing, you'll find out real quick that some of them are just fucking dead.
This is where all the money in politics comes from, and
they're
these
like
are the
there
people
for
who are
no
gonna decide
reason
the next-
other than to be annoying and to be like, oh, I'm a Karen. I'm living off welfare and unemployment and fucking with everything.
Next election here. Even though all of these criminals are in the country illegally, have committed crimes and are dangerous enemies of America. They're not here to live the American dream. They're here to exploit our laws. And these protesters don't think they've done anything wrong by coming here and doing just that, while living openly as criminal members of their communities.
A suspected gang member with warrants for kidnapping, burglary, and a gun crime, authorities told us. Around 5:30 a.m., heavily armed agents raid this apartment building and find the suspect and 3 other male associates, all handcuffed and without incident.
Also there in the residence, 3 children.
So here we have ICE agents raiding an apartment in the Bronx, and who do they find? Criminal gang members living with children for some reason. And the neighbors of this building had no idea a dangerous criminal wanted in multiple states was living right next to them. They're crossing paths with this individual every single day.
Are the
now,
criminals?
obviously, the people holding these signs and protesting these raids think criminals like this guy are innocent. After all, they were part of a family living with little children, and now they're separated, and oh, how awful this is. Yet the reality is everyone in proximity to these criminals was in danger. That whole building, all of the people there are now better off that this guy was taken down by ICE. But as you're about to see, there's an effort, a mainstream narrative that there is some massive uprising and everybody's upset that these gang members are being put in jail.
By the thousands, demonstrators rallied in major U.S. cities, angry about the Trump administration's deportation agenda.
Everyone should have due process. No one should be...
Also, I like how every time they said, oh, everyone should have due process. I don't know what these people want in due process, because they never say what they want in due process. Now, when you say due process, this guy has already seen a judge. Isn't that due process? Isn't that what due process is? To go into the court system? So when you say due process, did he not go through the system? Twice, by the way.
Just taken away and locked up.
Just taken away and locked up. Even though they said he was.
I don't think it matters who you are or what situation you're in. Like, that should concern you now. If due process has been abandoned for everybody, it can be abandoned for you.
Like, wherever they're getting their information from, it's like they don't care to like fact check that information. Right? They like, why do we keep playing a game of telephone around the world of just people lying about shit or bullshitting, right? Like, come the fuck on. God damn it.
Many protesters welcoming.
So due process is guaranteed to America.
Yeah, it's like the influencer sphere. That's how they thrive, off bullshit and lies.
Under the Constitution. And what you have here is you have these people who are Americans putting themselves in the shoes of criminals who are here illegally and imagining if ICE were to come to my house when I'm in my pajamas and arrest me. They're trying to empathize with these criminals, but the only way they can do that is by creating a fantasy in their minds where American citizens and legal U.S. residents who are entitled to due process don't get it somehow. And every single person at these rallies has rights someone who snuck into the country wearing a mask doesn't have. Yet this is how these people have themselves all riled up. This is how these people have themselves convinced that America is spiraling out of control and is past the point of no return. Yet the best thing America can do is return people like this
that happy face and check.
One of these individuals is so dangerous that we needed the backup of the NYPD to be there in case things went south.
Today's Bronx operation required around 36 law enforcement yielding a handful of arrests.
Is that a ratio you're...
So here you've got protesters in Midtown screaming about this grave injustice, but the reality is ICE is taking down dangerous criminals who are so unpredictable that they need backup from local police. ICE is overwhelmed. These guys in this armored vehicle with weapons and night vision, they needed backup to take down these gang members. NYPD uniform right here going into the building with them just to make sure that nothing bad happens, and protesters are against getting people like this out of the country.
We're using the laws on the books, the statutes on the books, to secure the border and remove significant public safety threats and national security threats to this country.
More than 200 people have already been deported under the Alien Enemies Act, sent to a notorious prison in El Salvador, including Kilmar Abrego Garcia, a Maryland father who is in the U.S. illegally but was wrongly
We should just
deported.
put a bullet
So
in
here
it.
we are, back to the guy the mainstream news just will not tell the truth about. And the proof that this guy was a member of a dangerous criminal organization is all over the place. Now, when this guy was first arrested, he was found with rolls of cash and a whole bunch of other stuff that he shouldn't have had. And look at this, he was not alone. He was arrested with 2 other members of MS-13. Apparently, he was wearing merchandise which displayed gang slogans and paraphernalia connecting him to MS-13.
Yeah, and it's like, right, and the media, right, at one point the media asked how they how they got that type of information and blah blah blah, how they decided that he was an MS-13 member. I mean, even the fucking Caroline Levitt, the fucking White House speaker. Yeah, she even brought out the documents too. It was like, yeah, this is what the judges have gave us. Like, also, a lot of these politicians can get that type of information. Especially, the congressmen and women and fucking, in the Senate and the House. They can easily get that information from whichever judges made the call, right? They can access, it's federal information. They're goddamn government employees that can get that information, yet they're still talking shit about it. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking weirdos. I want to fucking put bullets in every single one of you.
Judges found that he was a member of this gang, a finding that has not been disputed by anybody. And this report, which is on the Department of Homeland Security's website, goes on to discuss how the wife of this individual, this Maryland father,
fucking
was so afraid of him, she had a
motherfuckers.
protective order taken out against him. But you're not going to believe what she's now saying.
Yeah, let me just
about
remove
this whole ordeal.
retard
Look
and
at
just
this.
put
Unbelievable.
stupid instead. Is that better for you, you stupid ass motherfucker?
I know this is a sensitive question, but I have to ask it. You
Stupid
did
shit
take out a
ass.
temporary order of protection against your husband in 2021.
Stupid fuck
Were you
boy.
in fear of your husband?
Stupid terrorist.
Husband is alive. That's all I can say.
Oh yeah. Also, this is the same lady, right? This is the wife that got beat up twice apparently, or well, the domestic violence cases twice on the fucking judge document.
Okay.
Okay.
That's the answer? You know what we're probably looking at here is
Well, I mean,
somebody
she's
who's
definitely been coached. I mean, given just all you have to look into her fucking eyes, literally. 9 out of 10 times you can tell there's some bullshit at play.
coached, somebody who's been prepared in advance for how to respond
Especially
to that
when
type of
especially when you know that person isn't telling you like straight up, and you look up and fucking look into their eyes as they fucking lie to you. It's like, I see. Okay. You're gonna play that game, okay.
allegation. She's just staring off into space, and that pause was
Yeah.
so long. You don't just take out a restraining order on somebody and go to a police station and have all these allegations of how they were a dangerous person to be around and how you're in fear for your safety. That's not an accidental thing at
Yeah,
all.
that's
But
not
the
an
thing is, this
accident.
woman is now part of the open borders movement.
Not only that,
in
but she has a
America,
kid,
and somebody's
too.
convinced her to play along. However, the reason the open borders movement thinks this is a winning issue for them is because they can point to the fact that the individual in these pictures right here who was sent to the El Salvador prison was never charged with a crime. That must mean he's innocent, right? Well, here we have the story of his arrest back in 2022 when he was pulled over with 8 other people and suspected of human trafficking. It says right here
it
there
was
were
8 other people. I thought it was just 2. Oh, it was more than... He was pulled over with more... He was doing some human trafficking shit. I thought it was the drug deal shit. I thought he was doing drug deals. No, he was doing human trafficking, which is even worse.
8 other people in the vehicle with
I
this
mean,
man, and they didn't have any
they're both
luggage, yet they
pretty
were
bad.
driving across state
I mean,
lines. It also says that all of these people
they're both pretty
gave this
bad,
gang
actually.
members home
Because
address
you're
as their address,
dealing,
which is
right? You're
weird.
doing
And
a
this article goes on to say that
deal
the
of
state troopers who pulled him over in this van in this suspicious
human
situation
beings,
contacted federal law enforcement and were told to let this individual go and not arrest him. That's why he was never charged with a crime, because whoever was running the FBI 2 years ago didn't think
so he
it
got
was
away
worth it.
scot-free.
And now this person is being held up as the poster child.
So that's why. So they're using that one instance of him being just let go free, because for whatever reason they didn't press the matter anymore. And now they're all like, "Oh, now we want him back." I was like, "What?"
Child, for just how awful and
But 2 judges said he's a no-go. He's a shady fuck.
horrible Donald Trump is and how wrong it is that ICE is deporting people. They've got protesters in New York fully convinced every single person in that El Salvador prison is an innocent
I wish
man.
I could
But
say
what do you think? Is ICE out there arresting people who are innocent?
I
Does
wanna
not
call these
being
people so
charged
many
with a
slurs,
crime
but I
mean
can't.
somebody isn't a criminal and hasn't done anything wrong, especially when they're already in the country illegally? Let me know. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.
Bunch of slur words. Anyways, yeah. This isn't just happening in America too, obviously. It's happening in Canada land. They got some fucked up shit going on over there too. They probably have some gangs in there. We don't know about it because they don't like they sweep that shit under the rug. Canada doesn't talk about any of their fucking crimes a lot. Alright. Same with UK land. They try to sweep that shit under the rug. Alright. Same with France. Dude, all these countries try to sweep shit under the fucking rug. Let's be real. Dude, nobody likes the bad publicity of, right, citizens getting got sometimes. Doesn't look good. Right? It gives people, right, it instills stereotypes that aren't really true. Made up stereotypes because the legacy media and journalists like to fuck you up mentally. What do we got here? Mr. Decoy Voice.
White House account just posted a video of all the undocumented individuals they've arrested for the most indefensible crimes possible.
Yeah, you literally, yeah, exactly.
You
You literally have all of these people. And they're like, no, you can't deport them. The fuck? If you don't want to deport them, fucking hang them. I don't fucking, these people have done some heinous shit. Like, what the fuck? Get the goddamn wood chipper. What is wrong with you? You're just gonna allow these people to kill your own fucking citizens? Like, what the fuck?
All the undocumented individuals they've arrested for the most indefensible
I'll say it again.
crimes
Are you
possible.
really a fucking country if you can't protect your own borders?
But leave it to MSNBC to defend
Like,
them.
if you have
and
your own
blur out their
fucking citizens
faces.
getting fucking got like this, are you really a fucking country?
Unauthorized immigrants who have been arrested for violent crimes. You can see them there. They put them up on the driveway of the White House. If you look
Are you
here,
really a
that's the West
sovereign
Wing
nation
just
to
at the
have your
forefront.
fucking
But
country,
what's
right,
particularly
to have
noteworthy
your
about this
constituents and
location is it is
your
right
citizenry
directly
get
behind
got by
the
these people?
positions where
Who are not
TV
even citizens, by the
correspondents do
way?
their hits from the White House lawn. So therefore, no matter what network you're on,
fucking
that includes MSNBC, if you're doing a hit from the White House right now, those pictures will be behind you.
So MSNBC isn't angry at all these horrendous crimes committed that were completely avoidable by having a secure border. They're only upset that these inconvenient truths will be in the backdrop of whenever they try to tell you that Trump's policies are a bad thing. So they immediately go back
Do you
into
know
their
why
desperate
so many
attempts at
states have so many
propaganda.
issues?
So I would
It's because of this
encourage
fucking dumb
those
shit right here.
individuals that have that as a backshot.
It's
to
because
blur
you
those
always
people out.
have right.
The job of journalism is to ensure
You always have one
that
of the
we are presenting
sides
the
advocating
facts,
for
that we are cross-referencing.
literal criminal
we know
activity.
That PolyFact actually checked the Trump administration because of an earlier picture that they released on Kilmer, recognizing that
Advocating,
it was altered, that it was
supporting
false, that they had placed
Bernie
gang signs on him,
Sanders,
gang signs,
AOC,
tattoos on him that weren't real.
Maxine
And let's be
Waters,
clear,
all these people
they
are
keep on
supporting
saying he was
fucking
using an
criminal
altered
activity.
image of the wrongfully deported man's
Schumer,
hand, as they keep repeating
Adam
wrongfully
Schiff,
or mistakenly,
Shifty Schiff,
when the only
fuckhead.
mistake was he wasn't sent away sooner. But just because the crowdfunding
Hillary.
picture covered up the gang tattoos
Hey,
doesn't
how many
mean he didn't
people do
actually
I have
have
to
them.
fucking
The
call out?
media's
Like,
just
how many
saying
of these
altered because they
politicians
added
do I
the
have to call out to
text
tell?
MS-13 to the image, which was just there to inform
Well, fucking
non-gang members
McConnell
what
is
each
a
of the symbols
fucking
represent.
warhawk,
But the
too.
corporate dinosaur media is hoping you're just stupid enough to not understand that. And speaking of stupid enough, Reddit is freaking out over the quote alleged crimes posters,
Lindsey
crying
Graham,
that the taxpayer paid for this,
even though
and Doge isn't
he likes
cutting
to sit on
wasteful
the
spending.
fence.
As they're
But
suddenly
he's a
upset
warhawk.
over a couple hundred color posters, but had nothing to say over the $20 million that went to Iraqi Sesame Street or the other equally insane things that Doge discovered.
Yeah, and
which
then now
makes me
you have
believe
Jasmine.
Reddit
Oh yeah,
replies
Jasmine
on actual
Crockett too.
people,
Oh,
but paid for AI bots. As you
he's a
keep
piece of
seeing the
work.
same upvoted posts about how trashy this is, trashy like Trump's base. The White House used to have dignity and statesmanship. Yes, the Biden years where mascots twerked on
Yeah,
Easter Sunday that held pride parties.
The United States used to have dignity. God. Oh no. Oh no. Where is it? What did that motherfucker say? Anyone remember when the White House has a place of dignity and statesmanship that was respected by other nations? Well, that's well, we have some certain we have a certain group of cabinet members from an era that kind of fucked with shit a lot. Oops. Oops. Such a conflict of interest. Oops. You got these dumbasses too who are fucking up shit. Right? You got these dumbasses who fucked up shit. Yeah, I got for days. You got these some of these dumb bitches who fuck shit up. You got this shit. The hill fucking Democrats like to fucking die on for some reason. We got this fucking ragey fuckboy here who needs a pike because he's a fucking terrorist sympathizer. We got this Jabba the Hutt fuckhead who's a fucking asshole. Probably should get bent. Yeah, we got these fucking retards too. Oh, look at this retard. Look at this dumbass. Oh, look at Luffy. Look at another retard. Oh, look, a whore. I'm so sorry. Oh, look, another whore. God damn it, I'm so sorry. Fuck. Yeah, I'm sorry. I am a toxic piece of shit sometimes. And well, there's a reason for it. Look, more whores. It's oh no, look at this dumb bitch. Oh look, another dumb cunt coming from the fucking northern border. Look at this fucking whore. God damn it, I'm so sorry. But yes, as you can see, I have a lot of documented stuff of fucking retarded people. This shit. Oh man. Oh, look at this dumb bitch. Fuck, I'm so sorry. As you can see, I don't give a fuck. I will burn everybody if I have to. I will fucking cut people if I have to.
Used to have dignity and statesmanship. Yes, the Biden years were mascots.
If it
twerked
means
on Easter
crushing
Sunday,
someoust skull,
and held
hey,
pride parties where the invited
that's
guests
just
stripped
the
their clothes
game.
off, and others left behind their party substances that mysteriously nobody knows who left behind there. And again, their arguments
Eye
hold no
for an eye,
consistency or values.
motherfuckers.
It's just
Eh?
whatever the Trump administration does needs to be attacked.
I mean,
up
I
to and
don't
including
think you guys want to do that golden rule shit, right? Because then that would mean everyone pays for for one person's suffering, for one person's insufferable actions of being a retard.
arresting people that commit violent crimes. As MSNBC
But I mean, we kind
can
of have
blur out
that
their
happen
faces,
anyways,
and
right? In
Reddit
the courts,
replies can push this trashy
right,
narrative,
in the
but
law
they can't
system.
refute that these crimes actually
The golden
occur.
rule.
They'll
Oh,
just
one
put out
person
posts
fucks
claiming,
up, oh,
if
everyone
we deport
pays.
MAGA men and replace them with
For some
immigrants,
fucking reason.
violent crime would drop 70%, and crimes against women and kids would be near zero. Completely ignoring all 100 ICE arrests made recently, and more importantly, the liberal judge that was arrested for helping
I mean,
the
it's not
migrant
even
that has
that
a
way
similar
sometimes,
criminal
well,
history. And
one person's
absolutely
fuck
nobody
up
is
could
arguing
also
that
mean
every single
another-
migrant
right,
is doing this.
a win
But
for,
why is it whenever it
right, the
does,
general
the left not
population
only
too
insists on
sometimes.
ignoring it,
It
they
depends,
sometimes
right, it's
champion
dependent
them by
on the
fundraising
case.
hundreds of thousands of dollars, with Democrat politicians flying out to El Salvador to demand their release. And does the liberal media call them out? No, they again try to mislead their viewers.
One of them is a 4-year-old with stage 4 cancer, deported without medication or ability to contact doctors.
That's a misleading headline. Okay, 3 U.S. citizens, ages 4, 7, and 2, were not deported. Their mothers, who are legally in this country, were deported. The children went with their mothers. If those children are U.S. citizens, they can come back into the United States if there's their father or someone here who wants to assume them. You guys make it sound like
that too, right? If these people are citizens, that someone can assume their guardianship if they have it. But if they don't, well, they're going with their parents. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're sorry. We're sorry. We're sorry. Get the fuck out!
agents kicked down the door and grabbed the 2-year-old and threw him on an airplane. That's misleading. Yeah. That's just not true.
Just to be
Their headline would make you think Trump is going after sick kids when it's really just following the wishes of their parents. But in my opinion, desperation like this from the left is actually a good sign.
out.
As why would they waste their time crying about Trump's blue suit
I'm gonna take
and a
my
sea
boot,
of several blue suits
fucking
if
kick your
they
ass.
actually had legitimate criticisms of him? So at least the
That's just how
dumber
it's
they
gonna
become,
go.
the
Yeah,
easier
sorry.
it is to red
Shouldn't
pill
have fucking
normal
broken
people
the
that are
rules.
finally realizing
boot.
their lies. And if you appreciate my
Das
concise,
Boot,
lighthearted commentary
motherfucker.
on the tragic status that is today's reality, hopefully I've earned your subscription. Then go check out the video on how the Tesla protesters are actually getting scammed.
I already saw that. Were they supposed to get? Were they supposed to get paid or not? Fucking get caught up in jail time? Because when you say not scammed, what do you mean by? Because what they did, they destroyed, they vandalized property. They said, "What? Get scammed? They fucking did illegal activity, huh?" Huh? Excuse me? Alright. Vitaly update. Apparently Jack Doherty got fucking...
I just got robbed on road. I just got robbed. I just got robbed on
Yeah, I mean, when you
Drive.
cause shit like that all the
Four armed guys
fucking
hopped out
time,
of the
it's
car,
bound to happen.
Ripped both my chains off my neck.
All right, so Jack Doherty just got robbed at gunpoint. They stole over $300,000 worth of...
Yeah, it's just like, what are you doing? Stop talking to the fucking camera. You should be talking to the police so that they can fucking... Influencer brain rot, dude. Some of these people... I swear to God, influencers... Some of these people need to fucking go back into like an re-education camp and get the full fucking 10 course of smacking. Jesus Jesus.
Of chains. And the first thing I want to say is... No, but in all seriousness, the first thing I want to say is that this is real. It's not scripted.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not
obviously
fake
it's real.
because he's filing a police report. They took his shirt as evidence. It 100% happened. I just want to say that as a disclaimer because most of the time Jack Doherty fakes his videos. This time, that's not the case.
Oh,
make sure to watch.
Well, I mean, as long as like if the perpetrators put like hands on you, obviously give your clothes to the fucking cops because they can actually have someone do some forensic analysis to get fingerprints if they can. All right. Skin cells, anything like that.
The whole thing because
Hair.
there's a lot more that meets the eye in this video, and we are going to break down the entire situation. Without further ado, let's get started.
Right, because your fingerprints, you have oil on you.
Guys, I just got robbed. I just got robbed on Rodeo Drive. 4 armed guys hopped out of their car, ripped both my chains off my neck.
I mean, you don't have oils on your hand, but your hands produce oil, right? A moisture. So you start putting that on clothes and shit. Well, hopefully, you might get some DNA evidence.
Dave, I don't even know what the fuck happened. Like, help me talk, bro. I'm in shock.
Whoa, me too. I don't even know what the fuck happened. I mean, look, it is a traumatizing situation. He is fucking right emotional right now, but I mean, at the same time, he's a dumbass kid who never grew out of being a kid.
They're with me. Okay.
They're fucking taking pictures. I'm fucking taking pictures of this guy during the middle of him doing the fucking police report. Hey, pose for the camera. I know you got fucked, but just pose for me. Jesus. Holy shit. Fucking.
Why don't you get Christy? She was there.
It was 2 diamond chains, like $300,000. Did they touch you? Yes. Delete it.
No, apparently $300,000 worth of what stuff?
Alright, just make sure nobody else touches you. We're gonna have crime left them out of swap. That's gonna be 7. What's the value? Huh? What's the value of the diamond necklace? One of them was 100K, one of them was 200K. It's like 300K? Yeah.
Wait, he had. Oh, was it? I'm guessing it was a chain or a ring or something, a bracelet. I don't know. I don't know what this fig likes to wear. I don't know what kind of jewelry fucking people who have a lot of money and then just start putting a bunch of bling on themselves. Look like a fucking gaudy retard. Like, oh yeah, I'm the. Yeah. If you didn't need a fucking bigger target, I'd. That's why every time I see right those the musicians or like famous people wear all that shit, it's like nice way to be well, I mean they're already a fucking target, right? Just by their fucking career.
We're looking for him right now. We got the car. We got the description of everything. Does it actually look like an Eldorado Audi? Or is it
But people look at that shit and be like, all right, well, this guy's flaunting it. Maybe I could steal from him. Literally, that's what some of these criminals are fucking thinking.
So I actually have a picture of the chains that were stolen, and it was these 2. And I believe...
okay. That makes sense, yeah. Yeah, this and this.
That they would be worth around $300,000 because I just got into buying jewelry, and it is insane how real jewelry is crazy expensive. So
Yeah. Well, I
buy
mean,
it
you
that
also have to be careful of the right, synthetic diamonds people are buying too now. Right? Because the synthetic diamonds look just as real, right? Just as real as the original ones.
they're worth 300 grand. And the thing though is that obviously this is an inside
Same with
job.
synthetic pearls.
The fact that these thugs
Look
were waiting for
almost
Jack
just the same.
Doherty at the right time, at the right place,
Or how they
and
do
on
the
top of
pearl
that,
farms and
they
shit.
knew that the jewelry would be real. Because keep in mind, it's not worth just robbing a bunch of strangers on the street if their jewelry ends up being fake. You need to have some inside info before doing that. So it's obvious it's an inside job.
Well,
Now,
I mean,
we'll take a look at
you should have an appraiser, right? People who know, well, right, jewelry, right, metals, stuff like that. And then they have the tools
Look at
and
the
whatnot
suspects in just
to
a
make
moment.
sure it's 100%.
What the fuck just happened?
What the fuck just happened, bro?
How the fuck can we let that happen?
What do you mean? What do you mean? It can happen to anyone. It happens actually pretty frequently. People fucking stealing people's shit from their cars and whatnot.
Bro, what the fuck just happened, bro?
Oh, even the girlfriend. Wait, hold on. Wait. So you had a bunch of people. Not only that, but you had his I'm so confused. Man, they did this in broad daylight, which is insane. Well, I mean, they did it because he was streaming. So as soon as he turned on his stream, they were already on the prowl, right?
Did they hop out with guns out? Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm guessing, is this in California? This might be in California. So, I mean, yeah, people will do that. California, look, criminals do not give a fuck. Alright? They will come strapped, willing to fucking, right, take your shit as soon as possible. Like, these people will go fast. Hit hard, go fast.
That's wild. They check traffic cam.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't steal his phone or anything either.
It literally happened right there. And what, you ran? Yeah, give us a play-by-play. What
Right,
happened?
they stole the jewelry, but not the phone. Oh, well, I guess because the phone is it's going to be a little bit harder to pawn off because it has
all three or four of them just fucking tackled me to the ground. Like, I don't even know what happened. What even happened? Like, I didn't even see what happened. It all happened so fast. Did they just pin me against the wall?
Can I speak to you?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna separate you from everyone just so I can get your information and everything.
I understand you guys are right. Just right now, for the sake of the investigation, I'm gonna need you guys to go to the tree. The tree? The little tree?
Yeah.
Do you have your ID?
The little tree, guys. Literally get to the tree, please.
Go live on.
Okay.
Take it live on.
Oh, let me guess. I'm guessing the girlfriend was also fucking stolen from too. I'm guessing a lot of people were stolen from
I
here.
find this hilarious. The lady cop is trying to talk to him. She's trying to investigate. And this little twerp can't get off his phone. It's unreal. I'm sure she's going to put in a lot of effort to find your stolen jewelry if this is how you're acting.
I mean, let's be real. I don't think these guys are going to be able to find their stolen jewelry. Unless these guys try to pawn it off somewhere. Right? And they somehow get that kind of information. It's I don't think they're going to get that shit back. His bodyguard must be like a fuck, I might be out of a job. How did I fuck that up? Yeah, to have his bodyguard too, right? His bodyguard couldn't do anything because he's not strapped. I don't think he has a firearm or anything on him anymore. Right. Or at least, yeah. I think this is a this is one of the bodyguards that don't have firearms. They're just muscle. So it's like, yeah, if you want a bodyguard that can actually use a firearm, that's a lot more money. And obviously a lot more dangerous. Right. Especially with who Jack Doherty is. Probably not a good idea because he might be killing people if he does that shit.
He's thirst trapping.
It's like a McLaren crash.
Yeah, exactly.
The judge asked me in the court here, they're like, why was your shirt off after the accident? I'm like, I was fucking horrified or whatever. Fucking everything. I was like, yo, it was rainy, my shirt was soaking wet, and I was cold. Go, bro.
Wasn't broken. Matter of fact, you could.
My watch. I make $300K right now. You go to casino. Put the Richard Mille up. Thank you so much. Dude, he was chasing me around the road trying to get my watch off.
Obviously, the more he touches his shirt and whatnot, he should probably stop doing that.
Like, if I go too far away, he's gonna just get me alone, and I have a broken collarbone, so I can't even fight this guy.
Jack, let's not play games.
Bro, you can't even fight anyways. You literally have to have a bodyguard protect you. Like, what? Oh, I couldn't even fight. There was like 3 people on me and they...
Assuming this is an adult of a regular size.
Especially with them having a gun at you. You think you're gonna win that? You're just gonna get fucking shot.
And of regular strength, you could not fight this guy.
I don't know if they would pull the trigger, but I mean, if they're willing to do that, go that far.
You could not even fight a dwarf,
probably willing to pull the trigger.
Even if you were in peak condition.
And, bro, I just didn't want to lose my Richard Mille. I lost both my chains, bro. It's so sad. 100K and 200K. Bye-bye. But they said they might be able to get a
fight regular or in peak condition.
Jack's new girl, Christina, then got accused of setting this up. Oh. Wait, why? Weren't they live streaming their fucking shenanigans?
Even if you were in peak condition.
And, bro, I just 100K and 200K.
Wait, I'm so
Bye-bye. But they said they might...
Oh, yeah, that's right. He got a new girlfriend now. Apparently. What happened to the... Oh, yeah, the old one fucking left. And fucking called the cops on him and took her shit.
Set you up, bro. They got the drop from her. Is that true?
I low-key suspected that at first.
That was my feed.
I took her phone. I checked it. I said, yo, I had to. I was like, what the sorry. Like, I don't know. Hey, you never know.
Should have been fucking 480 with the Richard.
Bro, he was chasing her around. I was not letting it go. He had a gun to me, and I was like, shit.
So this is Timu McKinley, and I'm going to explain to you why I think she is actually the prime suspect. She's a new girlfriend.
Well, I mean, obviously she's a prime suspect. She's fucking sort of hanging around him.
To Jack Doherty, she might not be used to be around that much money. She has to bang him, which is disgusting, and she probably wants out as quick as possible. And what's really important here is the little details. This happened when they were offline.
Oh, it happened offline. Okay, now that makes it more interesting. I thought this happened on stream. No, this happened offline. So someone was feeding information, right?
If this happened while he was live, it's possible that it could have been total strangers. They see his live.
Yeah. See, I thought it was online, so I was under the assumption, oh yeah, you fucking live broadcasted yourself and, you know, your surroundings. Oh yeah, so you're gonna get found out. But yeah, seeing as this was offline, that makes it more interesting. Because now it's one of your friends who fucking fed information to someone. Yeesh.
Live stream, they see where he is,
Yeah.
and they say, you know what? Let's take a chance. But the fact that this happened offline means it has to be an inside job.
Yeah, inside.
I've watched a lot of documentaries regarding crimes. I've never got into selling stolen jewelries, but apparently they get about 10 cents on the dollar. So they're only going to get about $30,000 for these 2 chains. That's still worth it for thugs and criminals. But they have to make sure that the chains are real, and that's why they wouldn't just do this to any random stranger.
Correct.
They had to know where he was going to be, how much the chains were worth. Keep in mind, an armed robbery in the middle of the day in Beverly
In the middle
Hills
of the So this. Yep. So yeah, this is in California. I mean, this is starting to sound like organized crime, you know? You know what I mean?
It's very risky.
Yeah, in Beverly Hills, right? It's been known that there's been a lot of fucking people that have been hitting certain areas. So it's like, yeah, it's one of those areas.
So I'm sure they knew exactly what they were doing. And where did they get the information?
Oh,
Timu McKinley.
The cops said they had extended mags on me, which is lit. But I didn't do that. Didn't stop me.
That didn't stop me. Yeah, you would have been... Literally. It would have just shot one bullet into your fucking skull and you're done.
I didn't even know they were there.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna fight this up.
I was like fighting with the guys, like trying to get them to fuck me so I could keep my watch and shit. But like literally the chains were gone.
If one of them had a knife,
I was
easily just stuck it in your neck and that's it.
So when you went to the ground,
he can say all that shit, but
like this, and I see my chains right there in this guy's hand, and I'm being pushed like this.
It can
Some other guy's
happen
going on my
real
watch,
quick.
and I'm like trying to fight him off. And then,
I mean,
so
just
four
look
dudes,
at
like,
what
pushed
happened to
against the wall,
Austin
instantly,
Metcalf
just one
and
took your
fucking
chain
Anthony
somehow, like, one told
Carmelo.
him, like, we're all here,
Anthony
like,
Carmelo
five of us
just
right here,
strikes
the
him
six of us right
straight
here,
in the
me,
chest.
Dave, Christy, and the four
To the
guys.
heart.
And then next thing I know, Dave and two of the
Instantly
guys are
dead,
there, and then one of the guys
basically.
chasing me around the street trying to get my watch off. So
You went
it's
fully
like,
across the street?
And then the other guy's like, nah, we got the chains. And then the other guy stopped chasing me. Jack Doherty. Jack Doherty's cooked, all right?
Jack Doherty's cooked, alright. Well, I mean, he has been cooked for a while. He's been cooked ever since he broke onto the scene. This motherfucker was on TLC. He was one of the kids who was, I mean, not TL. He was on that fucking nanny show, the Super Nanny. He was one of those horrendous kids who kept fucking with people, right? And he still acts the same way, like a fucking douchebag. The kid never changed. And this is just one instance. Just think about what's gonna happen when he gets to like Logan Paul and fucking Jake Paul's age. Oof. They already have a lot of haters who want to fucking right. There's a lot of these famous people where a lot of people want to just right.
Did you run all the way across the street? I ran there, and then I was like, if I go there, it's just me and him. So I was like, I have to come back.
And then what his boys said, oh, we got the chains, and then he turned around and
yelled and they hopped in the car.
Like I said, they knew that the chains was the high value target. They knew that the
Yeah,
chains
well, I
could
mean,
be
they went
resold
straight
for
for
a
the
decent
chains,
amount
right?
of change, and that's why they just left when they got them.
Right, you can
Definitely
easily
an
tell,
inside
right?
job.
Certain. You gotta turn on that thinking cap. You gotta go into detective mode. Right? Think like a criminal in a sense.
Now, the suspicion is going to go towards the security guard because for some odd reason, he was unarmed. You heard...
Well, I mean, given his personality and who Jack Doherty... Also, yeah, why was he unarmed off stream? Yeah, that's... Yeah, I thought his bodyguard was armed. Yeah.
Heard that right. A licensed security guard in America is unarmed.
Hey, Dad. Dad, I just got robbed. What? I just got robbed. Where? On Rodeo Drive. They took both my chains.
You kidding me?
Nope.
By gunpoint?
Yeah, there was like 3 or 4 guys. They like tackled me and Dave and like.
You tackled Dave too?
Yeah.
Does Dave have a gun there or no?
I don't know. No, he didn't.
What do you mean I don't know? No, he didn't. No, he didn't. What the fuck? This fucking guy. Oh, what a fucking dentage, dude.
Does he have a gun?
I don't know why.
Are you okay?
I'm just shaking up. It was just scary, like. And then fuck, I also just lost $300 but like, other than that, I'm good. Yeah, fuck. No.
What the f was Dave doing during this?
Why?
Bro gets paid to be big or something?
Now they're calling out the fucking bodyguard and being like, yo, what the fuck?
So let's explore the possibilities as to why Dave would be the inside man that gave the information. He's been working as Jack Doherty's security guard for
a while.
At least 2 years now. And it's not much of a security guard. It's more of a babysitter. Imagine having to deal with Jack Doherty's temper tantrums on a daily basis. All the little fits that he throws around the house. It would be extremely frustrating. So maybe he wants out and he would want to get some jewelry
look,
stolen, and that
given who Jack Doherty's friends are, some of them probably don't have a good relationship. Right? The way he acts sometimes, the way he didn't care about his friend's life when he fucking crashed his goddamn car. Like, his friend had a fucking injury. He was literally bleeding from the head. Like, Jesus, fuck.
he could get a
And
quick
then all he
paycheck
cared about was
and
streaming.
stop working for this clown. It's possible.
Yeah, but we're just talking to the cops right now. Do you have a hotspot? I don't know, Dad. God damn it, bro. I should have went home yesterday, bro. What the f was I doing?
Yeah, I don't know. What were you doing?
So did they jump out of the car?
They hopped out of the car and just like pinned me against the wall and like tackled me. And I was running, and then they were still trying to get my watch. I was running away from one of them, and then like they all just hopped in the car and did.
Wow. And Dave couldn't help you?
No, they like tackled him.
Dave didn't help you?
And they had guns out. Wait, Julian, what's the password?
Hopefully, that's a tough lesson. You can't advertise all your money, all your jewelry. You gotta stop that. I would. Well, I can't say that. Make a film that you're depositing all to a safe deposit box.
All right, Dad, I'm live right now, Dad. Like, we're not doing this.
No, I don't know that.
So now his own dad just baited out that all his money is in safety deposit boxes, which I think is going to spawn a new era of Jack Doherty content. It's basically going to be called the robbery arc, where Jack gets robbed very often. If these guys are not caught within the next couple weeks...
Oh, yeah, no, they're going to be targeting him. The way he acts, the way he's flaunting his cash and shit. Yeah, this is of his own making. I don't know who's targeting him and specifically. Maybe some people he crossed during his streams, because man, he fucking pissed off a lot of people during some of those streams, right? So yeah, it's hard to tell who he pissed off, right?
People are going to see this as a sign that it's open season on Jack Doherty.
Yeah.
Just go rob his jewelry, and
it was kind of already open season before
like
that.
I said,
just
it might be a new era of content. I
talking
guess
shit
time
about
will
him.
tell.
I wouldn't say belittle him, but
2 seconds later, I fucking
him being
had
a
4
fucking
guys
idiot,
pinning me
because
up
he
against
is
the wall,
one.
stealing my chains.
Doing criminal activity on stream sometimes.
Yeah, zipping. Fuck
You're a real fucking dumbass.
I had to know. There's no way.
All right, I think we've seen enough of this grown man twirling his hair for now. Thanks
Yeah,
so
I don't
much
know
for
why he
watching.
keep,
I hope you guys enjoyed
I
the
guess
video.
that's his
By the
nervous
way,
tick
yesterday we
whenever
gained
shit
about
hits the fan.
1,000 subscribers, which is incredible. If you
He
enjoy
starts
the
fucking
show,
with his hair
please
like a
subscribe, and
weirdo.
I'll see you guys
That's what-
on the next one.
That's what literally girls do. They fuck with their hair and they twirl their hair and shit. It's like, what the fuck? What is this? Oh, Silver Veil fucking... Oh, wow. So Silver Veil has been getting harassed for years. Holy shit. So that... I thought it was just that one time. No. Holy fuck. That's interesting. Yeah, I wonder why these people don't really say... It's weird. Why don't you just say what exactly happened? Because you know, obviously, this person's doing weird... Like, I don't understand some humans' actions in certain things. I guess that's my issue. I guess. To me, if someone would try to do this shit, I would floor them instantly. I'd be like, what the fuck are you trying to do? What are you thinking? You're gonna try and fuck with a lot of people in this fucking circle like that? What kind of bullshit are you trying to run? The fuck? But yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I guess what happens in the influencer sphere is people are too scared to speak out, right? Because a lot of these influencers have a lot of people watching them. So it's like they're willing to allow criminal activity to happen for whatever the fuck reason. Just for some views. It's like, Jesus fuck, man, you guys are real fucking cooked on the influencer sphere, eh? Oh, Jesus. Just for some views, you're willing to allow criminal activity to happen to you. And no wonder why people just allow criminal activity to fucking happen day by day. It's because you guys just fucking... It's in one ear and out the fucking other. Holy shit, Twitch. Man, you guys are fucking cooked. Twitch, Kick, YouTube. Fucking Christ. All these platforms. Holy fucking hell. If I could, I'll fucking burn all of you fucks down. Jesus. Send a fucking nuke all over the fucking place. Fuck this place. Fucking scorched earth. I mean, look, I know some of these people are like super, right? Super, I don't want to say naive, but they're way too nice. Some of these people are they're way too green. Is a nice way to put it. Isn't these people think they're not gonna be touched by the fucking criminal underworld? Yeah, I'm fucking right. Okay. You fucking live your life online. There's obviously fucking criminals all over the fucking internet space. And you don't think that shit's gonna happen? Ay ay ay. Look, I know people want their echo chambers, but that's not gonna happen sometimes. What time is it?
Within the NFL and team buildings when Shedeur Sanders did not go in the first round.
I just take it personal, and maybe I shouldn't, but I take it personal when I see someone like Shedeur Sanders, you know, because he talk a certain way and because he wears gold chains and his pops is Dion and he don't want to submit to y'all white, you know.
Being ghetto and...
Stop. Did you just say he didn't want to y'all white? I was like, dude, what are you talking about?
flashy and not being perceived.
Do you know why we keep having race issues? It's because some of these, I hate to say it, black people fucking throw around the white man doing racist shit to us, literally. Like, dude, fuck. The fuck, Jesus. Oh man, I thought we abolished racism, right? Slavery and all that. No, I guess not. Well, I mean, I should say abolish slavery, not race. I mean, there's literally lots of black people nowadays who have like a fucking huge ass career. But then you're mad at the white man for some reason because you're not the one who's who has the money or some shit. I don't know, fuck. You want your reparations? Is that it?
Team leaders and black people stuff. That's called ignorant stuff. That's called fumbling the bag stuff.
Yeah. Super ignorant. Super biased, super ignorant. Just unwilling to see reality.
Brought to you by Synergy Life. Ladies and gentlemen, it's finally here.
Just willing to just make shit up constantly.
I've been drinking today.
Just to make yourself feel better.
It tastes really, really good. You got to make sure you mix it well, but it tastes really, really good.
Just to shift the blame and put it on someone else instead of yourself.
Water bottles.
Because you know deep down you fucking did this shit yourself.
Incredibly healthy, no sugar, all natural. And also, I can't wait to take the night drink. It's been a long week.
I don't want no
I've been
energy.
Traveling everywhere, multiple cities, interviewing at the White House. Now we're at Talladega. I'm going to need some sleep. So go and get your Synergy at SynergyLife.com. SynergyLife.com. I can't wait to hear from you about how good it tastes. All right, y'all, I got to talk about Shedeur Sanders. The Shedeur Sanders thing has gotten way more publicity and crazier than it should have. Anybody that have watched any of my content, watched me on social media, seen any of my videos talking about Shedeur Sanders, no one is surprised that Shedeur Sanders didn't go in the first round. Not one person that watches football that have any common sense is surprised Shedeur Sanders. I'm surprised.
Oh yeah,
Shedeur
that's
Sanders
right. I
was
forgot they were doing
he
drafts.
didn't go in the first round. The kid just ain't a first round pick. If he ran a 4.3 and a 40, we'd be having a different conversation. If he didn't run around,
yeah. If people are looking to get like the first draft pick, you'd have to be like. You'd be at the top of like, right, comparing all the stats to how well these guys did off season or right before, right out of college or university. Yeah, they would have their data would show that they're basically at the top of, right, compared to like most of these guys, right? They're at the top. But yeah,
like he got 3 flat tires.
It seems like this guy isn't
this conversation. If the boy had pocket presence, we wouldn't have this conversation. If he played for a university where they were actually winning more than they were losing for the most part, never won an actual
basically
game in any of his college career.
First pick underdog.
He didn't win the championship in Jackson State. He didn't win any of the bowl games at Colorado. And I know winning and losing ain't just one player, but I watched the boy play. He has 0 pocket presence. I won't say 0, but it's pretty poor. He don't throw the ball away. He hold on to the ball too long. He can't run. And he throws. The guy he was throwing to was the greatest player to ever probably play in college football and won the Heisman Trophy and got drafted number 2 overall. I honestly think that Shedeur Sanders shouldn't even be a first day pick. If you ask me, he should be probably 7th. He should be probably 5th or 6th or 7th round maybe. But it's because his daddy is Deion Sanders that he's getting more publicity than he's getting. But let me just add this, because people want to turn this into a race thing. Mr. I'm pulling fire alarm Bowman that should be in jail. Congressman.
Oh yeah, this guy. Yeah, I forgot about this guy. Yeah, this guy just pulls the fire alarm so that he fucks with the because they were doing some kind of they were like voting on a bill or something. I forgot what, but he pulls the fucking fire alarm so that they don't vote on it. Like, you fucking shady fuck. Yeah, I forgot about this guy. What a fucking asshole this piece of shit is.
Bowman is now making this a race thing. This fool had the nerve to say what I'm about to show you that he said. And it blows my mind at the ignorance of the melanin. I wish that more black folks that were prominent could speak up, that had common sense. Because all the people that it looked like this.
I mean, I hate to say it, even the biggest musicians or comedians that are black, they speak out about some of this stuff, but it does nothing. It does absolutely fucking nothing, right? Ice Cube talks about some of this shit, does nothing. Shaq talks about some of it, does nothing. Like it falls on deaf ears, right? No one cares about it. Right? They're allowed, right? The general population is allowing themselves to fuck themselves up like this on purpose. They choose not to educate themselves, and then they fucking shoot themselves in the foot in the future.
That's out there, that's whether it's him, and you got all kind of people that are celebrities that are coming out and saying it's about races and all this stuff. Listen to what Bowman said.
Okay, you got the football evaluation. Then you got his dad and what Dion brings to the table as an active father.
As an active father. He's not gonna train this guy well. He didn't train well enough when he was in that college or university. Right, he wasn't having any pocket presence. He's a lackluster athlete in terms of being a first pick. He just doesn't fit that role.
As an active black father in his black son's life.
And then he notice how they fucking put so much emphasis on it for some reason. It's supposed to matter.
Life, and we all know what that is, whether we want to admit it or not. But it's not only that; it's the way Shador dresses, it's the way he talks, and it's his culture. In my opinion, you see him at the draft last night. He's wearing all black. He got the ill chain on. And he talks like a rapper. And I keep hearing, oh, he's entitled. He feels entitled. I don't know. It's like entitled. So like these white boys that came before him don't feel entitled. Eli Manning, Archie Manning, when they said he don't want to play for San Diego, don't draft me. That's not entitlement, but that was acceptable. That was okay for him to do that.
What do you mean? What? That was his choice to say that shit. What?
I just take it personal, and maybe I shouldn't, but I take it personal when I see someone like Shador Sanders, because he talk a certain way and because he wears gold chains, and his pops is Dion, and he don't want to submit to y'all white,
There it is. You fucking... As you can see, even some of our own politicians are fucking racist. Oh, fuck, man. Jesus.
He's gonna slip in the draft, and you're telling me it's based on the evaluation. Like, you didn't watch the games and watch him play and see him play. Like, it's crazy. Peace.
Then somebody explain to me how, because he don't put up with the white boy stuff, white people stuff. How is this guy in Congress? That's the most racist thing that I've heard. If white people talk half as negligent as black folks, I don't even know what to say. Like, they'll be hanging them up from a tree somewhere. But let's break this down. How do you articulate that there's anything race-related in the NFL when the #1 pick overall was a black quarterback with braids in his hair? He's not cutting his hair straight. He don't have a perm in his hair trying to look like a white man. He don't talk white. He don't act white. He went to Miami. Well, how is he any different? So you're either saying that being an intelligent, articulate, stable individual that's a team leader and that the franchise can trust to be a franchise player is white people stuff? Is that what you're saying to me? Because Cam Ward was number one. Number two was Travis Hunter, another black player. Number three was another black player. I think there was a Penn State defensive end. Bro, the NFL is full of black people. The two quarterbacks that went to the Super Bowl last year were black. What?
Yeah, not only that, but if you even take a look at basketball, there's a lot of black players, right? If anything, most of the fucking NBA and NFL is black player dominant.
And are you talking about? But you know, when the people of the mill and everything got to be racist.
Yeah, but
now, I want to play this clip from Stephen A. Smith because I think this is a bad take by Stephen A. Well, not a bad take. It's not. I think it's a superfluous take by Stephen A. Because he said that a lot of it had to do with Deion Sanders. Wrote a clip.
Looking at today, we know the future's bright because he's going to have a chance. And I know that you weren't saying it. I'm not casting any aspersions on you, Dan. I'm simply saying this young man coming into the pro, sure, we can look beyond it once he gets drafted. But that moment that was supposed to occur last night, that was supposed to exist last night, if you think that I'm going to sit here and assume that
Oh, you know what? There's another thing I have to... I bet people were betting on this too. I forgot. People can bet on drafts, I think. That's why. I bet a lot of people started betting money that this guy was going to, because he's an underdog and blah blah blah. But they were and the fact that it didn't happen, they're just like, what the fuck? Give me my money back.
Strictly an evaluation about his football skills.
There's money to be
that led
had.
to him falling out the entire first round.
Hey,
without
money
his
runs the
father having an
world.
impact.
Even
I don't
in
buy
the
that.
influencers.
I don't buy it. Okay.
Can we stop having
I'm
the funeral for
sorry.
Shador
The
right now?
world
Can we
is
stop?
cruel
He
and
didn't get drafted in the
dark.
first round. He very well might get drafted in the first 5 picks tonight. And candidly, it could be a better situation for him. So it's not the end of his story. Because what should be a celebratory story and really cool and inspiring story has turned into this negative narrative and this somber thing. And I'm sure there's a downtrodden feeling about it in the Sanders family. I'm sure it is, because it is a great story. The journey of him and his dad together, it is, and hopefully tonight they'll get to celebrate that, okay? I'm going to keep it on the field, just as the player and the tape. NFL teams don't really evaluate the college kids during the season. They evaluate all the NFL guys. And then the season ends and the evaluation process starts. And when you just were evaluating, you saw good. And you saw a player that was good. And teams decided that they didn't believe that the evaluation was worthy of a first-round pick, nor the
Oh yeah, I'm a terrible person. As someone who's who's in the fucking science field, oh fuck, man, I can fucking pull out patterns out on people. I'm such an asshole. It's not good. Look, it's not a good thing to be in the science field to fucking call out people's bullshit. and to call out human emotions and all that shit. It's not people get upset about that shit.
Projection of what he would be was worthy of a first round
But
pick.
hey, I mean, that's just the name of
where
the
they
game,
are.
eh?
Maybe he'll go 37 to the Raiders tonight.
Now let me say this.
Education,
I
knowledge is
respect Stephen
power.
A's evaluation. I don't think he's wrong or anything like that. It's just that I see it differently. I don't think this has much to do with Deion Sanders.
And if
I think
people
the
get
only
mad, hey,
positive things
that
Shador
sucks.
is experiences
You're
because of
getting
Deion.
mad at the
The
messenger. I
negative
didn't make
things
the
that he's
rules.
experiencing
Okay?
because He's so arrogant.
I
and
didn't
he think his
make
stuff
the
don't
rules.
stink. He's flashing jewelry. He's
You
driving
should
Cullinan.
you should blame
doing
human
all of this
ingenuity
flashy stuff.
and
It ain't
just
really
the
that
lengths
good.
of
I told y'all this if you ever watch me.
the lengths
I
humans
said if
will
I
go
was a
to
coach and I was
just
looking at
to
Shedeur
get
Sanders,
what they
I'm
want.
like, this kid is delusional. This kid is not going to get better because he thinks he's much better than he is.
Humans can be fickle.
Why would he work
they
on
can
his
be
footwork?
resilient.
Shedeur Sanders thought he was going to be the
They
number
can be
one
nice.
quarterback
They
pick.
can be happy. They can be dicks.
If he
they
think
can
he's
be
the number
evil.
one quarterback pick,
Right.
he think he should be top 5. Then to me that means that he is unaware of his
The
flaws.
most unpredictable
Or he's
animal
completely
on the
arrogant and think his
planet.
flaws don't matter. One of
A
the two
human
things
being.
that's happening with that player, he's not a franchise player. I don't want a player that's not aware of his pros and cons without us pointing them out. Really, Deion should have been helping him with this, but Shedeur Sanders is not aware of it. He can't be a franchise quarterback. At best, he can be a backup quarterback in the NFL and end up being a bust. Let me just give you an example. Look at where Jameis Winston is at. And
I don't
Jameis
know
Winston
any
was
of
by
these people, to
far
be
more
honest.
prolific
I'm
than
so
Shedeur
out of
Sanders.
the loop on
Jameis
sports.
Winston's won the Heisman Trophy as a freshman and won a national championship as a freshman in college. That takes poise, that takes
I
study,
played the
film
sports. I
study,
don't
that
fucking
takes
care
leadership.
about right.
You name it.
I don't
Dude
care
did
about
it
it.
as a
I'll just
19-year-old,
play the
18,
sport.
19-year-old
I
boy.
don't care.
And look at where his career went. He still ain't that prominent. Your boy Shedeur ain't gonna do that well. Now, if he does, good
I
for
don't
him
care
and good
too
for
much about the
Sanders and good for their
overview
family. I don't
of,
care if he does well or not. I don't even
team
play football.
composition stuff.
I don't got no money in the game. I'm just giving my observation. But I just had to throw this out there because
and the this is
racism
mainly
that people
about
are
money
saying
stuff
is
too,
just so
because
superfluous and ignorant.
people were betting
being
on
ghetto
this.
and flashy and not being.
I bet that senator was definitely betting on it. That's why he went all racist. Oh fuck.
Perceived as a team leaders and black people stuff. That's called ignorant stuff. That's called fumbling in the bag stuff. I don't know. Comment in the comment section. Let me know.
I don't know. I just call that being fucking greedy for money. Because it seems like, I bet he probably bet on that shit. Come on. That's why he was so upset. That's why he felt slighted. Oh, you didn't put my pick. You I put money on my boy. I put money on my boy. What the fuck? What the fuck, man? What the fuck? I want my money back, motherfucker. Alright, let's see what we got. Apparently, Vitali's Vitali's friend who was helping him do shenanigans and illegal activity, apparently, is doing something.
There you go.
Kick.com.
Took a lot of work.
Also stupid. Wait. Violation notice at Horseshoe Bend? Oh. What? What? Why?
Alright, so today we have a moronic kick streamer who just got arrested on federal charges for defacing a historical monument at the Grand Canyon. Not a very intelligent thing to do, and on top of that,
yeah, that's kind of stupid. Yeah, that's kind of stupid. Why would you do such a thing?
that we have an update
That is like one
regarding
of the
Vitali
dumbest things you
and
can
his
fucking
minion.
do.
But without further ado, let's
It's
start
actually
with
very
the
easy
kick
not to
streamer.
do such
Let's
a
take
thing.
a look at this
But
article.
instead
Here
you go
goes.
and do that,
Online
and now you
streamer
got
busted for
federal
carving
charges
Kicks.com
on your
into
dumb
historic
ass.
Grand Canyon landmark. A social media influencer live streaming his visit to the Grand Canyon is now facing federal charges for defacing a historic archaeological landmark while broadcasting the alleged crime to thousands of viewers.
What a
Kick.com personality
Thun Kong Goy Go and Go. I don't know how to say his name. I don't know.
An Kong No, who goes by Crazy Town online, used a rock to edge Kick.com into an
I don't know
ancient
what's
sandstone
his
formation
ethnic
at
background. I
Horseshoe
don't
Bend,
know if
a
he's
revered
Asian, that's for
attraction near
sure. I just
Page,
don't know if he's
Arizona.
like
According to a
Chinese,
probable
right?
cause
Vietnamese,
affidavit
Korean.
first
I don't
obtained
know.
by the Independent. The crude graffito measured
Thai.
36 inches long by 6 inches tall and was dug into the soft stone by as much as a quarter inch, states the affidavit, which was unsealed Thursday. It was done purposefully and with blatant disregard for the preservation of natural resources. The damage caused by carving this inscription into the rock is permanent and cannot be undone, it says, noting that No's live streamed his entire interaction with the National Park Service NPS ranger, who later caught up with him at a local motel. Last year, No was taken to task by outrage.
So he the ranger found out and was like, yo, what the fuck? Chased him down to the hotel. Jesus.
Viewers after he claimed that he had been abusing his dog. So it's clearly not his first time being in hot waters.
Jesus Christ.
One of No's other streams showed him traveling to a Best Western in Page, Arizona, according to the affidavit. It says that MPS ranger rendezvoused there with local police and quickly spotted
and it
No
says
in the
no
parking lot.
carving
And
and
as you can see on
and
the
he
sign
still
here, it
and
clearly
he
says
did the
no carving.
thing.
No was packing up his
there
car,
was
preparing to
signs
leave the
too,
area,
and you
the
still did
affidavit
the
states.
thing.
The NPS ranger
Fucking
conducted
idiot,
what
dude.
the affidavit describes
Why
as
are
a short
people always
interview
like this?
with No, while No
Hey,
streamed
don't
the
do the
entire
thing. Oh, I'm
conversation.
just gonna go do the
No
thing
admitted
now.
to
Oh, you got
defacing
federal
and
crimes now.
vandalizing
But
the
I
natural
didn't.
resource
But
located
it
at
was
Horseshoe Bend and
harmless.
stated that he
You
did not
caused
know
a
it was
federal
illegal, according to
crime.
the
You
affidavit,
fucking idiot.
which
Read
says
the
No was
fucking
cooperative
sign.
in answering the ranger's questions. He also said
Are you illiterate,
that
you
due to there being
dumbass?
other vandalism in the area, he thought it was okay to do. No was
This
issued
is
a
why you need to
citation
learn
for
English.
vandalism, a
You don't
misdemeanor,
fucking break the
although it is
rules.
federal. If convicted, he
This is
faces
why Trump was
up to
like.
a year.
This is literally why Trump made that ruling where, like, hey, you need to fucking speak English. Because if you don't, you're gonna get fucking shit canned by the goddamn feds.
Behind bars.
Do you want that? I don't. I don't want that. You don't want that. The feds will fuck you in the butt, okay?
Due to make his initial
They will
court
fuck
appearance
you,
on
okay?
Friday.
The government
Now,
will fuck
the
you.
Kick streamer is
There's
claiming
no
that
two
this
ways
whole
around
thing was
that.
a nothing burger.
If the fucking government catches any sorts of shit, they will fuck you in the butt. They'll fucking do it.
And that they only gave him a $350
You don't want to be fucked
fine,
in the butt by the
but
government.
I can
It's
confirm
not good.
that. I have seen the charging
Well,
documents.
then again, I don't
It
know
says
if
that it
anybody
wasn't
wants
a
to be
fine.
fucked in the
He
butt.
is facing up to a year. I'll show that to you in just a moment. But I don't believe one word that's coming out of this guy's mouth. This is what he had to say. He said that No boasted about actually getting a sponsor because of the incident, saying that he was given a van by his patron to continue his travels across the U.S. He also claimed that he was hit with a $350 fine, saying that he was able to earn between $30,000 to $50,000 as a result of his sponsor's generosity. Even the judge was like, what the F is this? He recounted in his stream. The judge was in there looking at me like, bro, I'm sorry you're going through this. I know there were other carvings on there, but you were live streaming this, so we have to make you pay a fine. It was hella funny the way the judge was interacting with me. I'm free. So he's claiming that the judge said bro to him. So
No, well,
I
obviously,
highly doubt any of this.
Obviously, the judge isn't gonna fucking say bro to him. He's obviously just paraphrasing shit.
Is true. Once again, there's no way to verify it at this moment because it just happened and I don't have the court records, but everything else is verified. Now, regarding Vitali's cameraman, it turns out that he did flee to Taiwan and he has officially been charged in the Philippines. So
Oh shit. So he was in the Philippines and now he fled to Taiwan. So if he ever comes back to the Philippines, they're gonna fucking get his ass.
he is now an international
fugitive,
criminal, which is insane because they want his ass. They recently did an
He's
interview,
an international
and there
criminal
is
now
a
for doing that
translation
shit.
at the bottom.
Yeah, don't do
Some
that.
of it is in Tagalog.
Even if it was Johnny Somali wanted to do that too. Don't do that. You will become a international criminal, and you will be fucked for life. Good luck. Have fun. The government's gonna fuck you in the butt.
But you'll be able to read it at the bottom. Take a look at this.
Oh man, that would be fucking hilarious if Johnny fucking Somali did that shit.
At dito sa ating mga kababayan.
Becomes an international criminal just by the stupidity of him being fucking so
ng mga kasong
stupid.
unjust vexation, alarms and scandal, theft, and attempted theft.
I don't know why you do that to yourself.
Oh
yeah, I'm just gonna become an international criminal for money.
Ngayon po ay nasampahan po siya ayon po sa PNP
And that money's going straight to the government after that.
Itong si Christopher Dantes alias Sky Lane po Anti-Photo and Video Voyeurism Act. Yan po ang latest po mula sa PNP.
Just to give us an idea, Yusek, ano po ba yung pwedeng maging kaparusahan doon sa mga kasong naisampa dito kay Christopher?
Sa aking pagkakaalam, unjust vexation malamang po ay mga 30 days na imprisonment or fine. Tignan na lang po natin kung gaano ba ang magiging lalim ng mga ebidensya para malaman din natin at
So
matetermina.
as of right now, they're talking about 30 days of imprisonment, but they're still looking into the evidence and seeing what's going on.
Parusa kung sila naman po ay magiging mako-considered na liable or guilty.
So since nasampahan na siya ng kaso, Yusek, anytime pwede na lumabas yung arrest warrant?
Hindi pa po, kasasampa pa lang po ng kaso. Bibigyan po. Okay, tayo po. Sa administrasyon po ni Pangulong Marcos, ang lahat po ay binibigyan ng karapatang magdepensa. For them to exercise the right to due process. Hindi po ito babalewalain ng pamahalaan, lalong-lalo na po sa pamumuno ni Pangulong Marcos. Importante po ang due process sa mga Pilipino.
So for those who might not have been able to read that, if you're doing something, let me just explain. Basically, he has been charged with 2 crimes. I believe he's facing 30 days in jail or something like that.
Yeah.
It's not as serious as Vitaly because Vitaly's a foreigner. This guy is actually Filipino. And here's a picture of him where he fled to Taiwan. He is now a wanted fugitive.
Yeah, that
and
was
she
stupid.
said that he will have due process. He will be able to defend himself. That will not be taken away from him. But right now, they have to find him first. All right, so I do have one final topic, and this one is actually really hilarious. Jack claims that he has an $11,000 rug, and basically Josh Block vomited all over it. Now, I'm not going to show you puking because you might be eating. You know, I don't know how you feel about that, so I'm not going to show you that.
Wait, Jack Doherty brought this fucking weirdo? Hasn't this weirdo been in, like, Japan? Fucking... This dude is mentally unstable, and you have him fucking walking around with fucking Jack Doherty causing a... I don't know what it is with streamers and trying to make content out of people who just cause issues or who are just unstable. I don't know, it's fucking... These people make no fucking sense at all.
But you can see that he is tilted. Take a look at this.
Oh, he's a fucking...
Are you gonna throw up? No.
You gonna throw up? No. And he throws up. Are they drinking?
Josh, you gonna throw up? No.
No.
You sure? You sure you're not gonna throw up? You might.
Yeah. Yeah, and he walks over to the carpet too. It's just gross.
I tried to hold it.
Dude, security deposit? I just asked.
You can even wipe it.
I said, you have to throw up? He goes, no. I literally just asked.
I thought I could contain it.
I was like, I've never heard him say that before.
Send out here to get some fresh air, Josh.
Josh,
Yeah.
put the hiding of now.
No. No.
Josh.
Oh, he's still throwing.
He's
You need.
Right there, Josh, right there. Josh, don't hold it in. Just let it out.
Now, you know what's really interesting? You might have noticed that, but Jack Doherty claims that this is his new house that he paid millions of dollars for. But then why did he say this?
Security deposit.
Why would he?
Security deposit. It wasn't his house. He was renting it or some shit. How's it going, Jalinda?
Be worried about losing the security deposit if he owns the house. You see how it doesn't add up and he just got busted in 4K? Anyways, that's it for the video. Make sure to subscribe because I'll be dropping another video tonight, and this one is really important. It's regarding the Johnny Somali saga.
How was your
and
weekend?
You cannot miss this one. So subscribe to the channel. Let's get to 100K.
Not very fulfilling.
And
Just
I'll see you
working
tonight
on projects
on the next video.
for school and studying for finals. Just getting stuff done for finals and stuff. Yeah, nothing special. School as usual. University, boring as usual. Wanting to fucking end my life as usual. What kind of projects am I working on? A English project, or well, paper. My dissertation for English, and then I have a computer computer science dissertation. I have a coding AI project that I have to do alone. Yeah, that's fun. Painful. Yay. How's everything going? I'm a fit mom? I don't know about that one. Fuck, you look fat. How can you call yourself fit when you look like that? I'm sorry, that doesn't work. Who's that girl on your channel's profile? That's someone. Yeah, I just took a picture of me and put it in AI, and that's what it spat out. It's basically a female version of myself. Fucking horrendous. It's the alternate version of me. It's gross. I mean, the AI did pretty well. It's an anime version, I guess. That's what the AI did. And I'll transform you into a girl? No thank you. I'd rather just fucking put a bullet in my brain. I'd rather not become one of those transgender retards who cuts off my dick for some weird fucking retarded reason. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say weird retarded reason. They obviously have a reason why they do it. I just don't have that brain virus that they do. God damn, I'm so sorry. I'm being an asshole. What do we got? What's this?
Good evening. You're watching the news at 5. I'm Cher Calvin.
That's not better than what I made for you.
Thousands of LA County union workers are on strike, disrupting important services people rely on every day.
The workers say the county is
not
negotiating a new contract in
female
good faith. KTLA's Rachel Menitoff joins us live from Boyle Heights with what both sides are seeking.
Yes, you
Rachel?
made what? No, I'm confused.
This evening, thousands of county workers have been standing their ground. They've been moving between various LA County sites and hospitals. You can see this smaller group here at LA.
I already saw this. Yeah, there's basically another strike like the SAG-AFTRA stuff. LA County workers are now striking. Yeah. Historic sex abuse settlement. Whoa, what the fuck? The cartoon art logo was better that I made for you. I mean, I guess, I don't know. What? Are you saying you want me to use it instead of what I put up just for kicks and giggles? What?
It is the largest sex abuse settlement in U.S. history.
Look,
LA County
you're not
has
gonna force
approved
me
a
to
$4
change a lot of shit,
billion
okay?
payout to settle
Yeah.
nearly
I'll just
7,000
put that
claims
up
of
there for
sexual
kicks and
abuse in
giggles. You need to
juvenile
relax.
facilities dating back
You
to
don't even watch that much
1959.
anyways.
Thousands of victims say they were molested or raped by probation staff as children
You should
while
do
in
it?
the
Why?
county-run
It
juvenile
doesn't
halls
change
and
anything.
camps. Many
Just a
of the
picture.
claims involve the now shuttered McLaren Children's Center, described by attorneys as a house of horrors.
Police have released new video from a deadly hit and run. It hopes of bringing in new clues to help them track down the driver. It happened on December 6th as a man was crossing DeSoto Avenue in Canoga Park. The driver who hit the victim failed to stop.
Oh,
Described
shit.
as a silver sedan with tinted front windows.
It just
As
kept
with all
going.
hit-and-run
Did not give
cases
a
across the
fuck. Just
county, a
kept
reward of
driving.
up to
Dude, that dude was
$50,000
going
is
like
being offered
fucking
for the arrest and
35,
conviction of the
40.
driver.
Residents in Pacific Palisades may
Holy
notice
fuck.
smoke and
Fuck that dude
flames
up.
starting today as the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives conducts a controlled burn.
The operation aims to investigate the cause of the devastating January fire that killed
Oh, so
12
now
people and
they're
destroyed
finally doing
thousands
it.
of homes.
Jesus.
KCLA's Angelique
After
Hockaday
that
live
shit
in
went up in smokes, like what, 2 months ago? Almost 3 months ago? Fuck. Ah, Jesus.
Palisades tonight. Angelique.
Now they're starting to invest. They're starting to investigate after three months. Jesus fuck. Netanyahu has been killed. What? No? What? What the fuck are you talking about?
Micah, we're live on
Netanyahu has been hunting down fucking terrorist leaders, that's for sure.
PCH and Temescal
fucking
Canyon,
terrorist
just up the road from where that controlled burn
commanders
is going to be
and,
happening. Now, I spoke to several officials throughout the day.
ranking
They all
members.
tell me this controlled burn is
I have heard it, so apparently Netanyahu has been killed. Let's see. What was going on? I don't see any news about this. Well, I mean, your opinion of him doesn't... What? You hurt my head. You're a weird one. You're a fucking weirdo. You know that?
completely safe.
You don't make any fucking sense.
Orange flames may soon again be visible from the
Make
Pacific
absolutely
Palisades
fucking
as
zero
the ATF
sense sometimes.
continues their investigation into what sparked the deadly January firestorm.
They will be safe. This is controlled. This is a part of the investigation that the ATF is doing.
The controlled burn will be on Temescal Ridge Trail.
He is the killer of innocents? I mean, you could say that about Hamas. What? You could say that about Starmer. You can literally say that about any other fucking president. You could say that to any politician that made policies of war efforts and conflicts. Like what? Funding military aid or anything like that. What are you talking about?
Old Rock and Green Peak, and will take
I could
place
say that about Nancy Pelosi and AOC.
over the next 3 nights.
I mean,
The
what
area
does that
dotted
matter?
With evidence ribbons when KTLA gained access to the
You
area.
think anything's
in the
gonna
weeks
happen
after
to
the
a-
fire.
to a-
Mayor and community business leaders
to
came
a-
together
a
in downtown
nation's
Los
leader
Angeles
like that?
Tuesday morning to discuss fire recovery efforts. Some local
Unless
leaders
you have
citing
a
frustration
other
over a
nation
lack
that's
of
trying to kill him.
communication in the burned area.
We don't
Yeah, and the United States is a nation that doesn't
what
right
initiated the
is
fire and
friendly
that
with Israel, so I
investigation,
don't know how you're gonna
the
work with
silence
that.
is concerning.
Since the ATF arrived January 13th, there has been speculation.
Oh yeah, not only that, if Netanyahu goes down, you know that they're gonna come to the United States or the rest of the world and fuck shit up, right?
Speculation that
So you're You're lucky that you have Netanyahu who's still alive trying to fight off these terrorists.
Members from a New Year's
Even
Eve
if
fire
he has
believed to have been
to
started by fireworks
crush a few
were
innocent
reignited by
lives.
the high winds on January 7th. The ATF could be on the lookout for what's known as fire indicators. In January, KTLA spoke to retired arson investigator Ed.
Also, you're not gonna play that emotional fucking weird shit on me. As a scientist, I kill people, literally.
Norsgog about what that means.
When fire passes over an object, it leaves a mark on an object. Everything from a rock to a tree to a thick bush to a fence to a bottle that's left there, garbage. Fire, as it moves past it, will leave a mark on it, and it's called an indicator or a travel pattern.
Despite the hope for answers tonight's burn could bring, Mayor Bass warns the flames could be traumatic for some.
I can only imagine the emotions, the grief, the anger, the shock.
Oh yeah, also those people that got killed in that fire, yeah, no one's getting any repercussions for that shit. We have thousands and thousands of people who literally die of disease and nothing gets right. And people lose a lot of shit after that. So now you're gonna get mad at a political leader in another country who doesn't fucking care about you.
That this is going to trigger, but I just hope people understand that they will be safe.
Now, despite the ATF taking the lead on this investigation, LAFD tells me they will be on scene.
I mean, let's be real. None of these
time,
politicians
so if
care
anyone
about their
does see any
citizens
flames,
anyways.
there's no need
They never
to call
cared about their
911. For now,
constituents.
they're reporting live here in
They
the
only cared
Palisades.
for
Angela
the
Cockday,
vote
back to
and the
you from
money.
Hollywood.
Angela, thank you.
That goes
As
into,
the city of LA
running the
works
country.
to overcome a $1 billion budget shortfall, an LA City Council committee met today to discuss Mayor Karen Bass's nearly $14 billion.
You think all these politicians can remember all of their citizens' names? Yeah, fucking right. Yeah, over like over 100 million people. Yeah, fucking. Yeah, and some of these nations have what, millions and millions of people. Yeah,
budget proposal. Union reps and members of the crowd urged
and
the
you're even
to
lucky that you have
reconsider the
computer
1,600
systems and
layoffs in the
databases that
plan.
are keeping
The
track
mayor
of
says the
people's
cuts are
records and
needed
shit.
to deal with the deficit. The $13.9 billion
And even then, that doesn't fucking
budget
help.
must be
'Cause people
finalized
cheat the
before
system.
July 1st.
The city council also unanimously approved a proposal today aimed at
Putting in
revitalizing
fake
filmmaking
names, using
in Los
fucking
Angeles. The move comes as shoot days and
people's
soundstage
identities
occupancy
and
of the
shit.
city have fallen dramatically in the first 3 months of the year. The council instructed several city departments to report back in 30 days with recommendations. Councilman Adrian Nazarian says it will protect middle-class workers as well as the very industry that put LA on the map.
Lakers star Luka Doncic is coming to the rescue after vandals tagged and a beloved mural depicting the late Lakers legend Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gigi in downtown LA. The mural is located on Main Street near West 14th Street. The artist Slow Motion says he made the mural shortly after Kobe and his daughter and 7 others were killed in a tragic helicopter crash in January 2020. Doncic donated $5,000 to get the mural fully restored.
For more than a week,
Wow,
residents
how nice of Doncic to do that. What a nice guy.
have been keeping track of a black bear roaming their hillside neighborhood. Some estimate the bear to be 400 pounds or more. Homeowner Narbe Karmazari says the bear has been in his yard on Elmwood Avenue pretty much every day for a week.
Oh yeah, he's looking for that
He is
food.
taking
I mean, he's going to those
precautions
trash
make sure
cans.
The trash bins are put away, that no food is left outside, as experts advise. But the bear keeps coming back.
Well, yeah. I mean, you
just imagine if at 11 o'clock midnight I'm going home and I see the bear is coming from that side. What I'm gonna do? Not doing anything outside because she's close, right? If there is a smell of food or barbecue, she's gonna come close, and if she's hungry, she's gonna be aggressive.
Well, this bear does have a yellow tag, which means it has been captured by wildlife officials in the past.
Yeah.
Watch your six.
And can I just say something in defense
So it's
of the
been
bear?
captured once.
If I'm hungry and I
And
smell
then
barbecue,
it's now
I'm
came
coming
back
over
to
there.
the civilization.
Right?
I'm coming over.
Oh, what a
What can I
smart
tell
little
ya?
fucker.
Exactly. A little mesquite.
Yeah.
What a
Good
smart
afternoon,
little
everybody. We
shit.
certainly hope that you had a great afternoon. It was beautiful outside. We had no marine layer today, at least in the morning anyway. And it was just an absolutely
It looks like weather stuff. I don't care about this.
100 days in office.
After the victims detail the frightening moments unfolding at a local car wash.
Carjacking.
Detailed unfolding at a local.
Trump marking 100 days in office as officials are pressed on tariffs and the economy.
And they survived the Eaton fire. 2 tortoises finally wake up. Back in office.
To display tariff costs on its site. KTLA's Lauren Lister has the latest developments from the newsroom.
Largest political.
Trump.
The president speaking to supporters north of Detroit. But before that,
the economy would be certainly right up there, and I think it's doing great.
Marking 100 days, the president counting the economy as one of his top accomplishments, touting his tariff and trade policy, and heading to Michigan, where he appeared at an Air National Guard base that had been at risk of closure, announcing a new mission.
Which represents $850 million in economic impact across the state of Michigan.
But at a White House press briefing focused on the economy, officials pressed about the tariffs the president has put in place or pledged, including 145% on goods made in China. The U.S. Central Bank warns the plan will likely lead to higher consumer prices.
You had to walk back you had to walk back some of the tariffs on certain goods for China, but it's still 125%.
The S&P down more than 7% since the president's inauguration. The White House asked about the uncertainty.
President Trump creates what I would call strategic uncertainty in the negotiations. So he is more concerned about getting the best possible trade deals for the American people.
The White House says the tariffs are meant to reshore manufacturing, drive economic growth, and address trade injustices.
Trump's got
trade deficits and then bringing the manufacturing back to the United States, especially for national security reasons. I think, those are the good ones. But the way it is done, execution, probably that could be improved.
The Trump administration today also taking aim at Amazon, following a media report the retail behemoth planned to list the administration's tariff impact for consumers.
This is a hostile and political act by Amazon.
The president reportedly calling founder Jeff Bezos. Amazon denying the media report about the import charge listings, publicly coming out saying it's
God damn, 129 bucks.
and considered the idea, but this was never approved and is
AirPods. Dude, I don't know why Apple AirPods are so fucking expensive.
He was terrific. He
You
solved the
can
problem
just
very
find
quickly.
some cheaper
And,
third-party
he did the right
brand
thing,
that's
and
not fucking gonna
good
break
guy.
your
That
goddamn.
economist said tariffs are also expected to make prices
Like an
higher for
overpriced piece
consumers
of
and in some
shit.
cases goods more scarce. He says port traffic is
fucking
already down
plastic,
around the
too.
country compared to last year.
Some
And with
plastic,
Christmas right
maybe
around the corner,
a
he
small
says
little
some
fucking
80%
motherboard
of
to
toys
get
sold in the
the
U.S.
sound and
are
whatnot.
made in China. That's the latest in the newsroom.
Some
I'm
small
Lauren Lister,
wires,
KTLA
right?
5 News.
2 hibernating tortoises were the only Eaton Canyon Nature Center animals to survive the
All right. Anyways, that's all about the hibernating turtle. The turtle. Okay. Anyways, I think I'm gonna call it. What is this? Oh wait, there was actually arrests made here. Oh fuck. That's funny. Conducting raid on incorrect house. Oh yeah, that happens from time to time. Wait, no way. A paramedic was stabbed by the by the person he was helping. Jesus Christ. Yeah, fucking crazies. New England serial killer. Mystery deepens as police find another body. Holy shit, another body was found? Jesus Christ. Apparently New England's got a fucking serial killer running around. We got the Zodiac killer back? What the fuck is happening? Ten bodies now found in less than 2 months. Holy shit, that's actually fucking nuts. There's 10 bodies found. Taunton, Massachusetts. That person's identity has not yet been released. Another body was found, Connecticut River. They received a report from a boater on the Connecticut River regarding a body in Water River shoreline, Ferry Park Department, Facebook. Upon arrival, officers, emergency personnel confirmed. Chief medical, up to the, all the time, identity. Yeah, okay. So apparently this is where all the bodies have been found now. It just looks like it went into a fucking circuit, right? I don't think there's really any, of the 10 bodies. Okay. New Haven. Norwalk. New Haven to Norwalk. Wait, and then it went to Groton? Or did they just put this in random order? Probably just random order. Been identified as female. Well, that's not looking good. Because usually when you're just finding bodies of females, well, seems like a person is just hunting down females for some reason. I think this happened to a lot. There was a certain case that this kind of happened to, too. I forgot which one. Oh, the Dahlia. The Black Dahlia. There we go. Also, like, I can't remember. Yeah, that one. Yeah, Black Dahlia murders. Right, all women. This is kind of looking like that a little bit. Right. Actually, well, the Black Dahlia was just one person. But it was just the gruesomeness at which they found the person. It was like some... They were doing like some surgical shit. It was looking like it was like a doctor or something. As at how precise they were doing certain things. It was fuck weird. I think there's a movie on it. Oh yeah, this one, yeah. Yeah, this was the one, yeah, back in 2006, yeah. The Zodiac Killer was like killing couples. Or just killing random people. Like. Anyways. Who knows? It might be a serial killer. We don't know yet. Might be. We don't know.